Angel. There she is. There she is.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. Hello and welcome to Indefinite Lunch and Infinite Combinations number 183. We're exploring all of the Twilight Zone, and today we're taking a closer look at season 3 episodes called, the first one is I Sing the Body Electric, and the second is Cavender Is Coming. And when we get to I Sing the Body Electric, that is our 100th episode of the Twilight Zone. So, meaning I've gone through 100 of these episodes. And
Yay!
yay! Right? That's great. So both of these episodes seem to be an attempt from both authors to try to create something bigger. So, there was Ray Bradbury's story that he turned into a movie, and then Rod Serling keeps trying to do this guardian angel thing that never seems to work out. So we're covering those today, and we'll start off with the better of the two episodes.
Yeah. I think he's going for comedy with the whole guardian angel thing, and he does pull it off somewhat, but it's not really his wheelhouse, is it?
No, it isn't. Do you have something going on in the background there? I don't know if there's a...
Yeah, it sounds like a really loud refrigerator or something.
Oh, wait, me?
Are you in it?
Yeah, but also welcome, Istafobos. I'm really glad to have you here. You're always amazing.
Oh, wait, was the background noise backstage?
Yeah,
a little bit, yeah. But you're muting periodically, so we don't hear it all the time, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's let me try one thing. If not, I'll just have to bow out. I don't want to.
No. It's better
you're
now.
Understandable.
For some reason, it's better now. Yeah. You're understandable.
We're just letting you know because we figured there might be something you could do to just make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the curtain up. I'm not at my usual place because of the weather, so I'm at broadcasting from an alternate location. So
you sound good.
But you sound good right now. Right now, whatever you're doing is fine.
But I didn't change anything. That's what's weird.
I think it's when you let the mute go and you're not talking, all of a sudden it catches the background and it swells in. But when you're talking, you're fine. And if you mute when you're not talking, you'll be okay. Now that that's been covered, back to you, Jill.
Get in.
Yes. And thank you, Istafobos. I am lucky to have you here. So hopefully all that works out. Stone Rocket, thank you for joining today. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay here in the scenic Midwest. It's not quite as cold as it was a few days ago. But
yeah, the freezing temperatures finally got here, but we just get at freezing. It's not crazy.
Just at freezing, not below zero like it was here.
Nope.
But thanks for having me.
Yeah, and also welcome to Tiger Stripes. Great to see you.
Hey, y'all. 2 wonderful episodes.
Yeah, interesting. And hello to Lawrence.
Yes, hello.
Yes, from the Wayfarer Project.
As usual, I talk before I'm even spoken to. I'm naughty.
That's good. That's okay, though. That's all right. It's all right. So we're going to start with I Sing the Body...
It's not school.
Is that better by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to live with it, man. We need you.
Yeah, we need you. Just definitely. I could try... No, it's fine. Let's just do this. And yeah, we're going to live with it. I Sing the Body Electric first aired on May 18th, 1962. Let's bring the slides up and larger here. There we are. It was written by Ray Bradbury, also based on his short story, and directed by James Sheldon and William F. Claxton. This episode did go through 2 directors because there were reshoots on this episode. It has music by Nathan Van Cleef. And the episode's title is a poem is from a poem by Walt Whitman, which asks the question, what exactly constitutes a person? And so a couple of verses from it are, I say these are not the parts and poems of the body only, but of the soul. Oh, I say now, these are the soul. And so, of course, we'll talk about all the things of the episode as we go along, but so there's apparently this was Ray Bradbury should have been in the Twilight Zone more, I think, but there were lots of reasons why he wasn't. And we'll talk about some of that stuff throughout this review, both before and after. There's notes both in the Mark Scott Siegfried Companion and also in the Unlocking the Door by Graham Martin. And
Martin Graham's, yeah. Yeah, they both complement one another with their stories involving Bradbury and Serling's relationship.
Yeah, actually, for me, the drama between those 2 guys, it's really very interesting.
Yeah.
And so Ray Bradbury, they knew each other, and Ray Bradbury says in the Martin book, he came over to the house back in the late 50s and he told me he was going to have his own TV series. And I said, if you're going to have a TV series, you'd better bone up on all the best fantasy writers. So I gave him copies of books by Roald Dahl, John Collier, Richard Matheson, Charles Beaumont, and some of my own books, of course. I said, read these and you'll know what the field of fantasy and science fiction is like. So he read all these books and he hired some of the writers, or if he didn't hire them, he bought the story rights to some of the short stories and started the series. And so this is his only contribution to the Twilight Zone, which is very interesting.
It got before the cameras.
Yeah, right. But there were definitely other things that he wrote that didn't get in there.
Like
one especially that I want.
Yeah.
That I would have loved to see.
And that probably Tiger Stripes would have liked to have seen it too, because it was called, or one of the other two scripts was Here There Be Tigers, spelled with a Y.
Yeah, like Blake. I think they put that in one of the movies, I believe. I could be wrong. The Illustrated Man, I think Here There Be Tigers was in that.
No. Unfortunately, I don't think that's been, well, let me see. Ray Bradbury Theater may have done it. I'm not sure.
Well, it was a really cool concept of a sentient planet.
Yes.
That it's kind of like Shore Leave, but more of a living planet.
Yeah, a living planet that whatever desire you wanted, it would manifest it, as long as the planet was treated well, until a geologist who was suspicious of this sentient planet and expected, well, when we all sleep, that's when the monsters and the cannibals, rise up. And so he doesn't trust the situation at all, but then he starts to drill into the planet with this futuristic drill device, and the planet sucks it up in a tar pit and then sends a tiger to kill this geologist crewman. And so the other men, flee, except one stays behind. And as the rocket is going above the planet, they see all these catastrophic events happening, lightning storms, volcanoes, engulfing the planet, and they're thinking that everything, including the remaining crewmen, is destroyed. But we go back to the planet, and there's the crewman. He's enjoying the idyllic paradise of the planet, and in the distance we hear a group of laughing women awaiting him.
Just in case you were worried he was going to get lonely, the planet provides.
Yes, some feminine companionship, but some of the other events that happen with the men, there's some flying sequences in the script where these little the planet kind of lifts them up and carries them around.
Were there other Bradbury scripts that were
There
submitted?
there
for
was
Twilight
another
Zone?
one. Jill, help me out. There was another one that was discussed about
There were other ones, but I don't know about them as much.
there's something to do with a machine. The title has machine in it, but I don't remember the description.
I know that if I could have seen any Bradbury short story made into some sort of film, and it could still be done, God, why doesn't anybody do it? It would be Homecoming, my very favorite Bradbury piece of everything that he's ever written. And I think it was also the genesis of the Addams Family. I can't prove it, but I believe it's true.
Yeah, Bradbury is not an easy person to adapt into film or television because so much of his writing is dependent on the heavy prose and poetic nature of his writing. It's not, he wouldn't be the first. And a similar problem, a lot of his stories sort of concern what it means to be human, a lot like his contemporary Philip K. Dick, who's had a lot more successful screen adaptations, although they're typically nothing like, they're only only loosely based on his stories. But I love the theme about, sentience and what it means to be human, and are we more than just the sum of our memories, etc. All kind of thing that both writers talk about a lot.
Bradbury is one of my favorite writers. I've been reading him since I was in grade school, and he's just fantastic, but he's very hard, like you said, to dramatize, because another writer described him, others saying he's good, great science fiction writer, great fantasy writer. Another writer said, you're a poet, and that that describes him quite well.
That's exactly what Serling says.
Of fantasy and science fiction. But Tiger Stripes, the story, Homecoming. Can you briefly describe that real quick? Because that made me curious. Because you're saying that it inspired Charles Addams, the cartoonist.
Yeah, I can tell you if she can.
Sorry, double muted because I'm crunching. It's about a little boy, a normal boy, who's born normal in a family of ghouls. And they're every kind of ghoul.
Vampires.
And everything, you name it. They are part of it. And, he just sort of grows up in them, and for him that's normal. And they all kind of laugh at him behind his back. So
that kind of sounds like the Munsters and Maryland.
He's a little bit of an outsider. And that's the story.
Yeah, I think it's more Munster-like since
with Maryland being normal.
I believe he said as much, that he inspired Charles Addams. I mean, like from the get-go, he thinks he inspired the whole concept of the Addams Family. They were working together at the time, I believe. It's possible Addams may have illustrated it, and then Addams just ran with the idea. And again, that's Bradbury's opinion. I'm certain that I heard him I read it or I heard it at some point.
Your description with one normal person and a family of ghouls sounds exactly like Marilyn with her family in the Munsters, where she doesn't look at Uncle Herman and Aunt Lily.
I understand what you're saying. It's a wonderful story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Timothy is the child, and he's the only
Uh-huh.
one in the house with a beating heart and the ability to see his reflection.
Oh,
And he's the one that feels like an outsider, and he wishes he could fly and have fangs and
oh,
do all the
weird.
fun stuff. So
Yeah.
it sort of explores the feelings of belonging and the desire to fit in, and has a I would say both shows certainly draw some inspiration from that.
Yeah.
It's a very touching story. It's got a little bit of melancholy with it,
Yeah, it's very
like
melancholy. It's lovely.
like the story we're going to be talking about. Not so much the Twilight Zone adaptation, but the story written on the page. It
Right.
is sort of much more dystopian and melancholy in tone, whereas this would be considered one of the happier Twilight Zone episodes.
Yes.
It's clear, definitely, that Bradbury is the legendary science fiction author, storyteller, and he tried to get more things on the Twilight Zone. They did end up buying his adaptation of his short story called A Miracle of Rare Device, collected
Uh,
in The Machines of Joy.
yeah,
So
that's
that's
a
where the
really good
machines came
story.
from.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the
Yeah. And so yeah, it's just as you said. Serling said the same thing about Bradbury. He
Yeah.
said he's very difficult. He's a very difficult guy to dramatize because that which reads so beautifully on the printed page doesn't fit in the mouth; it fits in the head. And you find characters saying the things that Bradbury's saying, and you say, "Wait a minute, people don't say that." Certainly, his dialogue was poetic.
Yeah,
well,
I,
thank God for Ray Bradbury Theater, where we had
I,
the one of the two actors, not Eric Estrada, but the other actor on Chips. He actually was the producer of Ray Bradbury Theater because that was his favorite writer, and so he's responsible for getting that production off the ground.
Yeah, I want to
Alright.
point out that
Mhm.
A Miracle of Rare Device is also a line from a poem. It's the Coleridge poem, Kubla Khan. You'll
Oh,
find that Bradbury uses a lot of that.
oh, okay.
But
Kubla Khan, yeah.
open any science fiction book anyone you like, and go look at the acknowledgments, and there is a very good chance they will be thanking Ray Bradbury in the acknowledgments, because
Oh,
even if you don't like him, the people you like, worshipped and adored and were inspired by
Kubla Khan, I remember that from a Star Trek animated series episode.
him. Yeah.
And so, Mark Scott Zicree really enjoys him too. He wished that there were adaptations of Mars's Heaven, The
Yeah.
Velt, A Sound of Thunder, and Kaleidoscope, and among more.
Oh, yeah. All of
I
those
think there was
are
a Sound
among
of
my
Thunder.
all of
Yes.
those are among my favorite Bradbury stories. Yeah, Sound of Thunder was on Ray Bradbury Theater, and then they
Yeah.
made a crazy movie adaptation, which I've never seen. But yeah, The Velt was adapted in the Illustrated Man motion picture. That was one of the stories, and then the one set on Venus where it's always raining, or I can't think of the other adaptation in that movie, but
Yeah,
yeah,
the Sound of Thunder movie was done by Ed Burns and had Ben Kingsley in it.
right.
I'm not going to say it's a great movie, but it may be worth checking out. It's somewhat of a curiosity.
Have you seen the Ray Bradbury Theater adaptation?
Yeah, but it's been a very long time.
Yeah, it has Johnny LaRue in it from Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm going, hey, I know that actor, I know that guy. But yeah, that's
The one I want to see. The one I
yes.
want to see is The Jail from the Alfred Hitchcock who produced it,
Yeah.
and apparently it has something to do. It's to do with computers, and so it seems like fun.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the I think one of the other shows that that Shamley Productions produced, which of course is Alfred Hitchcock's production company. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that piqued my interest as well when I read that. It's like, oh, this sounds good.
I don't really know. I think afterwards he was a little bit upset about about his time on the Twilight Zone, so he started calling Serling a plagiarist and all this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's where
They
some
had
of the drama comes from.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
had a
that-
strained relationship.
that
You know,
that was uncalled for because you know, the story that, you know, where is everybody for the pilot? You know, Serling got inspired by walking through the MGM backlot, and the Martian Chronicles, the short story that Ray Bradbury referenced that was in the Martian Chronicles collection, is a guy walking through a deserted town on Mars, and it's like, you know, it Serling dealt with it differently. So I don't know. I that's pretty tough talk from Bradbury saying he was a plagiarist.
yeah, Jill, did you see the 1962 teleplay of the jail? That was done for the Alcoa premiere anthology series.
Yeah, that was
Haven't seen it. I want to see it.
That
Yeah,
was the
Fred Astaire stars in it. And
Oh,
one of the interesting things about Sound of Thunder, Edward Burns usually does, like, you know, Catholic family drama movies, heist movies. He must be a pretty serious Bradbury fan to have gone that far afield of his
okay.
normal oeuvre to make that movie. So I think he's a pretty big fan there. But
Mhm.
yeah, they did the jail. I honestly, so long ago, I would like to see that again.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was thinking it was from the late 50s, but 62. Interesting with Fred Astaire. That's most interesting casting.
Yeah,
And,
it's Fred
yeah.
Astaire, John Gavin, and James Barton.
John Gavin, yeah, the would-be James Bond.
Yeah, well, it's about, you know, the computerized dystopian future where
Yes.
human beings' behavior is heavily restricted.
Yes, that's why
Interesting.
that's the one I want to see the most.
Yeah.
I also, Ray Bradbury needed an introduction like that. I know we haven't even started the episode yet, but that was required. All of that was important. I'd like to say hello to the chat. Hello to Gavin Blackburn, who's here. He was
Hello,
first.
Gavin.
And I did tell him there's a window jump in this. A bit of a spoiler. And then we have David. And so
I have a question
We've got-
before we start because
Sure.
I'm going to be that guy.
and
There
we
was
have
no
you.
singing in this. So, what is with the I sing the body electric?
Yeah, it's from the Walt Whitman poem.
It's the energy singing throughout the body.
Oh.
You have to read the poem.
Now, from the lines that Jill read, is Walt Whitman inferring that the body is the soul?
I would suggest that that is one of the existential questions much of his poetry considers and asks questions about.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like Gorilla is in Chicago. Hello to Gorilla. And safe travels to you.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty windy there, so be careful, Gorilla.
Yeah. Hold on to your hat.
Hold on to your hat.
Hello, Old Man Bird. And Brogu. Hi, Brogu.
Rogu.
Christian Fandom Geek is here also. Whoa, he says my Jedi powers are stronger than yours. I think he's talking to Brogu. Why is it some of my comments don't show up? I don't know.
Oh,
no.
no.
Don't leave on account of that, Brogu.
You need to work
But-
on your
oh,
Jedi
well.
powers to make sure that your comments all appear, Brogu.
Oh, well, everybody have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Oh, I hope you have a good day too, Brogu.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta go. Looks like Southwest is getting their shit together and back on track. Oh, he's traveling
Okay.
home.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. Penny's here. Penny is here. Great to see Penny.
Hi, Penny.
It
And
sounded
DJ
like
Oh,
Phoenix.
hi Penny. She's just such a lovely person. I see her all over the YouTubes. Hey,
Yeah,
Penny.
she's a sweetie.
Also, Canadian Spider-Man is pretty great.
Yeah. The hero we all need, but don't deserve because no, I'm just speaking for myself. No.
Yeah, fellow world traveler. And
Yeah.
Thailand buddy. Hey man, how's it going?
Oh, he says he prefers Blue Thunder, the helicopter movie
Well, I
with
like that one
Roy
too.
Scheider. Yeah, that was fun, but Dan O'Bannon didn't like the design of the chopper that they actually used. His was more of a his idea was more of an insectoid kind of looking like futuristic kind of chopper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
haven't seen
think
it.
they were somewhat limited by
Yeah.
what was actually available and functionally available at the
Yeah,
time.
that was actually a French
Yep.
chopper, as I remember. That's been so long ago.
Yeah, it was I think it's the Gazelle, the Aerospatiale Gazelle, if I
Oh, cool.
recall correctly.
Uh-huh.
Which was a French utility helicopter, the
Yeah.
SA
With some
340G, I think.
with some extra stuff stuck on it by the
Yeah,
production.
some cosmetic plates to give it
Yes.
that. Although even by itself, it looks military scary. Let's put it that way.
The Herc 130 says, "Gorilla, it's windy out there. Hold on to your banana." All right, so we're ready to start talking about this episode, which starts off with Nedra talking to George. Nedra is the children's aunt, played by Doris Packer, and the kids are eavesdropping on this conversation.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
it's that guy from Bewitched.
Can you go back to the
Yeah.
David
kids
White.
photo person? I just want to point out something. So the older sister
Yeah.
is played by Veronica Cartwright, who is Angela Cartwright's sister from Lost in Space. And it just so happens that the middle sister looks a lot like Angela Cartwright.
Right.
Actually, at the time, I thought it was her when I first saw it.
Yeah, that's Veronica, and
Right.
she's starring in The Birds, which was filmed about the same time. And
Yeah,
then
she
the other
she-
young actress we've already seen in One for the Angels.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Veronica is fated to be have an unpleasant encounter with a xenomorph later in life. I
Yes.
feel bad about
That's
that.
that's how I best remember her, as Joan Lambert from
Yeah.
Alien.
And she, of course, in interviews that I've read after the production of that movie, in the years after that, she claims that she was assaulted by the xenomorph. That's, to put it kindly, which that's bizarro. It's like, no, you were just slaughtered by the xenomorph.
Yeah,
along with everybody else except the smart lady with the cat, Ripley.
Yeah, I just find it amazing how much the little sister resembles the actual real life sister of Veronica.
Yeah, that when she was young, yeah, they were remarkably similar, and she was the original Violet Rutherford on Leave It to Beaver. And speaking of Leave It to Beaver, Doris Packer played the principal of Beaver's school in the early seasons of Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces. They're all familiar faces in this episode. The thing I find fun, I grew up knowing the Cartwright sisters, but not realizing that they were actually related to each other until much later in life. It's funny.
Oh my goodness, you missed out.
I don't think it was until several years after Alien that I realized, oh, her sister's is Penny from Lost in Space.
Yeah, I think
because they have a resemblance.
I have to thank my older brothers for cluing me in when Lost in Space started. They were talking about that Angela and Veronica were sisters, and I'm going, well, who's Veronica? Oh, Violet Rutherford, and she was in The Birds. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like,
So a little
it's
derailment
pretty great.
before we even get into the story.
yeah. Let's get
Sorry
into the
about that.
No,
story.
it's not. It's not. It wasn't a derailment. It was very important stuff. But also important to know is that in the story, these children's mother she's died. And Aunt Nedra is worried about how they're being cared for. She's complaining that just babysitters and nurses are not sufficient, that the kids are unhappy, especially Annie, played by, of course, played by
And
Veronica.
she
I'm
wasn't
glad they got.
exactly.
I'm glad they got Doris to play Nedra, because she's pretty stern. It's like,
But she
She is
wasn't
not very
really.
happy.
she is
She
not
wasn't.
happy.
Yeah, and she wasn't really volunteering to help out either.
That's true. I
It's
mean,
true. She just came over to complain.
yeah.
Well, she's they're calling her the aunt. I have to assume she's the sister of the mother that passed away.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, she's definitely not the sister of the dad, because or if she is,
And
he
she
had
does
a
look
hard
like
time
she
growing
has
up. Yeah.
some money, so she might be in a position to take them away legally. But it would take a lot of wrangling to take children away from a father. But
Well,
even in 1960,
yeah,
I
and
don't
hard
know.
call,
especially with
hard call.
especially with the stuff she's talking about. It's not like the guy's like some sort of crack addict or anything like that, where he's a completely irresponsible father. It seems like it's
He's just a
more of
workaholic, like so many dads in the
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sort of an
Yeah,
absent father.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
everything he can, but he can't do everything.
Can't do everything. He's a sympathetic character, and I really liked his performance very much here.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
the children are very precocious, kind of realizing that she probably wants to take them away, and he doesn't answer that, but he does reinforce his love for them, and
Yes.
realize
Yeah.
he just cannot do. He's just too busy to properly parent.
Yeah. That he comes across very well with so little. I'm glad that they cast him in this role.
Yeah, he's clearly struggling with his responsibilities
Yeah.
as a professional with the love he has for his kids. But and I will say that despite that, this episode does get some criticism, especially from Bradbury fans, even though Bradbury wrote the screenplay as well as the story. I've seen no criticism of the acting, because these kids are absolutely wonderful in this, and
Yeah.
so are all the adults.
The in the Zukri book, he quotes, I think it's in the Twilight Zone Companion, one of the two books. There's a critic that complains about the other two children, other than Veronica. They said that they weren't any good, and I'm like, what? No, they were fine.
They were just fine to me too.
They were just fine. They acted like kids, you know.
Yeah, as somebody who once was a kid, I can
Yeah.
definitely vouch for the fact that
And they're also
they were being kids.
experienced child actors. So no,
Yeah.
I've got no problem with their performance.
Oh,
at all.
yeah.
I don't
Neither
know,
do
I. Don't know
I.
why anybody would complain about that.
Yeah, some curmudgeon-y guy from 60s.
People who just want to make points.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, and David says happy 69th birthday to Jennifer Lewis. Okay.
Happy birthday.
So Tom, the boy of the family, he has a magazine, and he shows his dad an advertisement for I Sing the Body Electric. So that's where we get that from, as well as the poem. Here's the advertisement. Oh, it's inventors and makers of electrical shadows, effigies, mimics, mannequins, Dr. Cheney. To parents who worry about inadequate nurses and schools who are concerned with the moral and social development of their children, We have perfected an electronic data processing system. An electronic data processing system in the shape of an elderly woman built with precision, with the incredible ability of giving loving supervision to your family. And that's the advertisement. And so they're going to buy this from a company that they call Facsimile Limited. So of
Yeah,
course
that
she'll
gives you a
do
little sense of Bradbury's writing style right there, since
Hmm.
the
Yeah, that
ad
makes sense.
itself, since
And then we have the opening narration. They make a fairly convincing pitch here. It doesn't seem possible, though, to find a woman who must be 10 times better than Mother in order to seem half as good. Except, of course, in the Twilight Zone.
Do you have the slide of, there he is with his cigarette.
Yeah, he's got his cigarette.
5 packs a day for Mr.
Yeah.
Serling.
That's too
And
many.
that's what killed him.
I know. Unfortunately.
Yeah, at age 50 is just terrible. We lost
Oh,
him too young.
I want to point out the little boy Charles Herbert was notably. I knew I recognized his face. He was in The Fly, and 13 Ghost. So with those little eyebrows of his, I knew I recognized him. So
this is just a
they
few
were all
years.
very experienced, those kids.
Yeah, like 4 years later. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for pointing that out. I was like, oh, that's where I've seen that face.
The actor's name was Charles Herbert.
Charles Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that finds the fly with the white head.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So they're going shopping for a new grandma.
Yep.
They
The two directors there, William Claxton did the reshoots because
Yes.
Sheldon was on another assignment, because normally Buck Houghton would call the same director back for reshoots, but Sheldon was not available.
Yeah, he was busy. This is true. They're visiting the Facsimile Limited shop, and apparently he was already expecting them. So I don't know if George called first or they're just trying to be freaky about it.
No, he had made arrangements, or at least contacted them for, I guess, an appointment. And
That makes
yeah,
sense. But it's off screen.
Yeah, it's all off screen. We're kind of like, who is this guy? How does he know this?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll say that rarely have I seen the line threaded so finely between a creepy, spooky, and grandfatherly friendly as this guy in the shop here. He does an amazing job.
Yeah,
of coming off
wonderful.
as both friendly and helpful, but slightly
and also
sinister.
And especially with this, holding an eyeball.
Yeah.
He was
Classic,
more of a
classic Bradbury. Well, it's an eyeball in a flower.
In a flower, yeah.
Yes, in the heart of what looks like a black rose, maybe, which is even
Yeah.
creepier. Yeah. I ended up wondering: is he himself an automaton?
That's a good question.
It
That
wasn't
is a great
presented
question.
that way, but
Yeah, it could very well be. That's
But he does have sort of the carnival huckster kind of.
absolutely.
Except
Welcome
without
back,
the
my friends.
megaphone. Yes,
Yeah.
that quality.
definitely.
This was almost the thumbnail.
That would be good.
Anyway, so instead of looking through a catalog, we get all these different body parts organized throughout the store, including eyes and ears and body
And hair
limbs,
and arms.
and arms.
Yeah,
And
no,
they have to.
in one of the books it said all the arms were actually extras, with their arms sticking through, but the boy takes one of the arms and it's definitely a mannequin arm. So
Yeah.
one of the two books says no mannequin arms were used. These were all until the boy takes it and puts it in the chute.
But a
Yeah,
lot
the-
of them were real actresses.
Oh, yeah.
There were
Yeah.
Shirley Swindon, Randy Stevens, Kathy Peterson, and Roberta Goodwins.
Kathy Peterson.
That's what it
Yeah.
says.
And the
Oh,
salesman
wow.
is played by Vaughn Taylor, who you might
Vaughn Taylor.
recognize from the movie Psycho. And
Yes.
he had quite a significant career with over 200 entries. They often called him the man with TV's most deceptive face.
Yeah, and Gavin Blackburn says this is like Build a Robot. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
robot.
instead of Build a Bear.
Yeah, these
No.
aren't samples. These are the
No.
actual parts that will be used.
Yeah, so
he's
they pick all the parts and they dump them down the chute.
Gavin
But
is
yeah,
using. Yeah, Gavin is using the 50s pronunciation of robot.
yes.
Well, that's kind of like the trade-ins where the bodies on display were the bodies that you actually went home with.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Except
Right.
those were fully assembled organic bodies. These are artificial.
Parts is parts.
Yeah. so then they also get to choose her voice too, as she recites more Walt Whitman for Ray Bradbury reasons.
Interesting, because in the poem, Walt Whitman is talking about like an organic body being the soul, not so much as a question. He pretty much expressed it as a statement. And then it's interesting to see, how does that apply if it's not an organic body?
Mhm. Yeah, that is a good question.
That's
and
the question
Hmm.
that
exactly
Ray
well,
Bradbury poses. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
the measure of a grandma.
Yeah.
The IMDb for Vaughn Taylor, too, says that as a young man, he worked in stock tent shows and on radio. So tent shows, there's
Okay.
the
Oh,
there's
yeah,
the carnival huckster right there.
Yeah, you
And
are
he
so
was
correct,
also
Tiger Stripe.
he was also an accountant, right? And that he has that aspect of his character as well. Just
He does look like an
Yeah.
accountant.
straight up numbers guy. I imagine that's why the TV's most deceptive face.
Yeah. Boy, what a background that informs so many performances from him. Interesting.
Yeah, he's a World War II veteran as well. I thought I'd mention that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I usually like to capture that when I have enough time to go through everybody's work. Anytime there's a veteran, I like to bring that up, but I don't
Yeah.
always get a chance to look it up. So I appreciate you adding that. And DJ Play Nice wants to acknowledge more birthdays here. Happy 269th birthday to Wolfgang Mozart Amadeus. And happy 81st to Nick Mason. And Tricky turned 57 today. Just a few musical birthdays
Oh.
for January 27th. Thank
Well,
you, DJ Play.
Thank
Wow,
along the
DJ.
lines of those
Impressive.
themes, Nick Mason, the drummer from Pink Floyd, we will be talking about Saucer Full of Secrets this Friday on Earworms Friday. Which is
Another
the
thing
second Floyd
about
album.
Another thing about Vaughn Taylor, he was the very first guilty defendant on the Perry Mason show.
Oh,
And only one of 12 actors who played both the victim, the defendant, and the murderer in various episodes of the show.
wow.
And of course, I mentioned Psycho. He was Janet Leigh's boss.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So just more interesting background. He also played the role of the jeweler who brings the giant scissors to Robert Wagner in the famous deleted scene of Towering Inferno. I don't know. I just think that's
Oh,
hilarious. But
as soon as you said giant scissors, I was thinking of Spellbound. I'm like, wrong movie.
yeah, sorry to talk over you, Lawrence. That's why I say Nick Mason is the world's second most underrated drummer. Following Ringo Starr. So.
Yeah, just in case you didn't hear him, Lawrence did say this Friday for the Wayfarer Project, we will be talking about Nick Mason and the rest of Pink Floyd on Earworms Friday.
Yes. Saucer full of secrets. We did Piper at the Gates of Dawn. The Piper at the Gates of Dawn on last Friday. It was fun. So we're continuing it. A little bit of Sid Barrett and now a little bit of David Gilmour. Okay, sorry to
Hooray.
take it away. Let's
Hooray.
get
No,
back
no,
to
no.
Singing the Body Electric.
Well, and Penny
electric.
also is listening. She wants us to know that she's still listening, but she's putting the show on the TV, and she's going to listen while she gets her Christmas tree down. That's great.
Wow.
Good work. Getting it down before the end of January. Right
She's
on.
ahead of my doctor's office. They still have one up.
Yeah, it's
I have
it's okay to have it up and then take it down on Groundhog's Day.
my kid's doctor keeps it up all year round and puts different ornaments for different holidays all throughout the year.
Oh,
Yeah, they actually do a lot of that here too. And
interesting.
actually, we take off the overly Christmassy things, but leave lights on because it's just nice. Christmas lights are good year round.
Mm. So anyway,
Okay.
and I have a video about that on my channel about Christmas trees. Check it out later. It's a funny thing from Scotty R37. But anyway, Annie is very disturbed by all of this, by picking parts to make a grandma.
I
And
don't see why. No.
I think and it is kind of strange that they want to make it like they're like, oh, are we going to make it like our mom? And we see later this actually wasn't her issue, though it would have made sense if that was the issue in stories
Yeah.
like these, because it is kind of a creepy thing.
Yeah, well, don't they say
resurrect.
like mom, but not too like mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like
I think that the implication is that she's not an exact copy, but she's just
Yeah.
similar.
I like Tommy's exuberance because I'm going, yep, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants her to have eyes like his favorite kind of marbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was worried about the eyes more than anything else.
Yeah, to our younger viewers, marbles are things that kids used to play with before iPads and cell phones.
Yeah. Yeah, did you guys have an actual marble what would you call it? I guess it would be a
mat?
like a plain mat, except ours had an inflatable ring. So it was a rather large circle with an inflatable ring. It was green felt for a pad, and we my brothers and I we would all shoot marbles in that. It was something our parents got. Well, it was my older brothers that received it. That was before I was born, but we all still used it growing up.
Tom here is just happy to draw a circle in the dirt.
Yeah, that's the how you improvise outdoors. You
and then I
circle
would
in the
use
dirt, which we did as well outside. But inside we had a nice little play mat.
Yeah, then I would use my sister's hula hoop to keep them from.
Oh, that's another good way of improvising. Yeah.
Yeah. So this episode, I was wondering if it was going to be about how weird it is to resurrect a family member, but luckily it wasn't that. It wasn't that like in an AI form. But I was thinking about it because some people are doing that with the type of artificial intelligence we have today, which is also very strange because the technology isn't quite there, and it has some strange implications. But this episode doesn't talk about that.
Yeah, I've always, if I could have a female robot, I would like it to look like Altera from Forbidden Planet, Anne Francis,
yeah.
and erase that, Jill. I didn't say anything. Sorry about that.
We'll fix it in post.
And
fix it in post.
and wearing that outfit as well.
Well, the one in particular I'm thinking about is
Gentlemen, we have a television show to talk about.
Yeah. Yes.
So Gavin Blackburn says we played marbles in the shape of a pothole. No danger of the council repairing it. DJ Play Nice says I had marbles, never learned how to play. No older siblings knew how it was played, so we made up rules based on what we saw on black and white TV shows.
That was
Oh.
exactly my experience, DJ. They gave us marbles, but nobody ever told us how to play. We didn't know
Yeah.
what to do with them. You know, it
Yeah,
was the game of the generation before us.
Yeah.
So
That's what happened to me. I don't remember ever wanting marbles. They were just there. I don't
they're
remember.
always in the Christmas stocking. They're sort of a nice, inexpensive gift to give a kid. And then what do
Yeah.
you do with them if you don't know the rules?
Yeah, I never learned. They were
Yeah.
you just roll them around and it's like, oh, that's neat.
Oh wait, this is. I love this scene here where she gets home and the kite.
Yeah,
And
that's right. So the robot shows up at the house. She asks the children what to call her, and they choose to call her grandma.
And that's
Yeah.
Josephine Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And you let me know when you want me to share.
Well,
Jill.
and it doesn't say why, but James Sheldon was apparently opposed to casting her. But why? She's great.
Yeah, why?
I don't get it.
Yeah, she's wonderful in that role, in this role.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You can share what you like. This is the time to talk about her if you like.
okay, let me get the share screen going here.
What do you do with marbles if you don't know how to play? You get a slingshot, says Canadian Spider-Man.
Yes. They're just fancy.
Okay, so I've got to
BBs.
this. There she is.
Very cool hat.
And Josephine Hutchinson, I know her from Son of Frankenstein. She played Elsa von Frankenstein in
Oh,
the
great movie.
1939 production of Son of Frankenstein, along with Basil Rathbone and Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi and Lionel Atwell. And here she is. That was a publicity shot from that era, and here she is in the actual movie, Son of Frankenstein, and along with Basil Rathbone as Wolfgang Frankenstein, her husband.
Yeah, her first role was in 1917, uncredited in A Little Princess.
Little Princess,
And
interesting.
then she played Joan Bradford in Happiness Ahead in 1934.
And there she is with Lionel Atwell as the inspector. And it's a publicity still. And then I also know her from North by Northwest, where she played the false oh, now the name escapes me. Townsend, Mrs. Townsend, and she's actually the sister to the villain played by James Mason, Mr. Van Dam, but she's posing as the wife of the fake Mr. Townsend, which James Mason is posing as. And here she is with Roger Thornhill, played by Cary Grant. And there she is as the double for Mother, played by Jesse Royce Landis there on the right. Edward Platt as the attorney for Roger.
Awesome. That's really cool. You made slides for her.
Yep. And there she is with Stanley Adams as one of the cops in the back, and Edward Benz as the cop here on the right in the foreground here. And Edward Platt looking incredulous towards his client because he's like, what are you talking about? Nobody believes you.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I gotta sneeze.
Yeah, classic movie.
And she played, I think, James Caan's wife in that 1970s adaptation of John Updike's Rabbit Run. So she's had a career spanning, 4 decades.
Yeah.
Sneezing.
John Updike.
Got some
One of the-
allergies today.
One
Oh, dear.
of the claims of fame, one of the few claims to fame from the area I'm from. I went to the same high school he did.
Oh, interesting.
When he did, it was called Shillington. When I did, it was Governor Mifflin. Outside of Reading.
That sounds like a
Wow.
private school.
County. No,
Huh.
public.
Hmm.
Governor Mifflin was one of the governors of Pennsylvania.
Oh, let's see the kite. I love this scene because it's so like they did an amazing job conveying the science fiction elements of this with practically zero effects budget. Like,
Yeah, well, but first they start up with the wind-up key, but the kids are too smart for that because they know that she's run by electricity. And then she shows up some mind-reading capabilities. So that's a little bit different from what a normal grandma can do.
Jill, just so you know, I don't see
Any
slide.
slides. That's true. I do not have any slides up.
It
But
sounded
that's
like
okay.
you were
We haven't missed.
describing something. That's why I said. That's all.
Thank you, Lawrence. I totally forgot. Uh-oh. I've got to step away for a second. Hold on.
And there's
Well.
Josephine Hutchinson laughing.
yeah,
I think
well,
it's time for you guys to engage in. It's the racket talk.
she does a great job of avoiding any sort of artificial or sinister sort of appearance. Like everything
Right.
about her is really kind, gentle, and loving. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know-
and I think she's just wonderful in this part, and I still am puzzled by Sheldon's objection. So there must be something more to that, but neither of the Twilight Zone books go into that in detail.
Perhaps it was
So-
personal or something. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
back.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry. I had to answer a phone call. And so to prove she's really a robot, she's also a replicator. The kite is apparently out of string. And so she says, no, it's not. It's not out of any string at all. And she starts flying it.
It's
So
magic, Jill.
she's a matter replicator. She's
Yeah.
just like Robbie the robot.
Yeah, she's not a replicant; she's a replicator.
yeah, or she has a spool of string living inside her arm, like
For just an occasion as
Yes.
kite flying.
So is this the sci-fi Mary Poppins? I guess.
Yes,
yeah, very
That's
much
right.
so.
just like Jill said in her tweet.
I sure did. So she also replicates some marbles for Tom,
Yeah,
which are probably
are
the same
awesome.
color. Yeah, they're probably the same color as her eyes. He's delighted with them.
Yeah,
But you're
the
right.
beautiful glass, real marbles, and some of the marbles that I had actually came in some cereal boxes, and they were plastic. But of course, the real marbles were the best. The glass
Yeah, even
marbles.
Annie is briefly impressed by this before
But she looks,
she betrays it.
yeah, she just kind of ain't buying into this totally.
Mm-hmm. And so apparently there was something missing in the script that Ray Bradbury wanted people to know. He says, in my script, the father asks the electric grandmother, why are there electric grandmothers? She gives him a moment of truth. She can do something no mother ever can. She can pay attention to all of the children equally. Only a machine could do that. And since the father may never find a new wife, somebody has to look after the children. The electric grandmother is the substitute for the mother that isn't there. And when I saw that this scene was cut from the episode, I was furious, continued Bradbury. I called Rod the next day and he said, "For God's sake, why didn't you tell me?" He apologized and said there hadn't been time to film it. I said I had all my friends come over to the house and we sat down to watch the show, and the most important scene is gone.
Hmm.
I don't want to work with your show anymore. I told him that I couldn't trust him as a producer. That's what I mean by drama. I wasn't kidding.
Oh,
It's
dear.
really dramatic.
Yeah, one wants Ray Bradbury to have been a lovely, warm, avuncular man, but he wasn't, I'm afraid, all the time.
No.
So, we all have our hubris, don't we? And when you're Ray Bradbury, you merit a certain amount. But boy, to refuse to work again with somebody like Rod Serling, you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, I don't know if that kind of anger stayed with him or if they made up at some point. I'm hoping they did at some point. Old Man Bird, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. He says she has an IQ of 1001. She has a jumpsuit on, and she's also a telephone. Hello, 1981. Yours truly, 2095.
ELO.
That's ELO.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, the band.
Yes. Oh, I know Electric Light Orchestra. I just didn't. My brain didn't register that. Thank you. Thank you, Old Man Bird, for the $9.99. Sorry, I couldn't sing it.
I'm not overly familiar with that song, actually.
Mhm. Let's see. I don't know what to play. So George Rogers returns home in a new car and offers to take the children to the soda fountain. Oh wait, we still have to look at the marbles. Like those marbles.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah, she makes Tom very happy with those. And now the George Rogers returns home with his new car, and they're gonna go get soda. But Annie's still Anna's still upset in her room. But Grandma isn't worried. She says that Anne will come around eventually once she can reach her heart. And so that's what she's going to try to do. It's difficult to do. And Anne comes downstairs demanding that Grandma be sent away and that she never wanted her. Everyone else wanted her. You sit and you talk to her and you eat the food she makes and you make believe, Father. That's what you do. You make believe as if it were a game, as if she were real. But she's not real. She's a machine. Nothing but an old machine. And Grandma insists she is capable of love. And it's finally revealed what Anne's real problem is. Her mom told her that she loved her and then went away. Meaning, of course, that she died. And so that's by dying. According to Anne, that negates any love. And so she runs away. And so that's her logic for that.
Yeah, she says, it's the hardest thing to do. I can do all these things for the children, but to reach their heart, that is the hardest thing to do.
Yes. Yes, it's the most complex part. But the first step, of course, is to follow Anne, and outside, and she stops by a bench. Even though, yeah, Anne calls Grandma the junk and that she hates her. And is because her mom died when she needed her, and says that her mom left her. And so in this case, Grandma is helping Anne come to terms with her grief. That her mother didn't just go away, she died. So this is the stages of grief that you have to go through have to be way more difficult to go through when you're a child.
Yeah. And then we find out that the same thing happened to her father.
Mm-hmm.
His mother passed away when he was a child. And it's like, oh boy.
He also resented his mom for dying.
Yeah.
Also.
It's like, oh dear.
Maybe why he didn't play I guess, a more important role in trying to change her thinking about that.
Yeah, he
You know,
may have been incapable
because it's,
because of
child
the
doesn't know
yeah.
better, but it's not like mom wanted it that way.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
too busy thinking his wife abandoned him just like his
Yeah,
mother did. So
because he probably never got over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a double layer there. Yeah.
But it's hard to handle all that in a 20-minute.
Yeah, this deserved an hour.
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon we will be getting episodes of an hour. Just
Yeah.
link.
We
Soon
will,
enough, you'll
Jill?
get your wish.
mm.
Oh.
I
Oh,
do
how
think
delightful.
they did an amazingly effective job in putting all this in there. Though this is a pretty heart wrenching scene to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, this scene is, I think, this is the most crucial scene.
Mm.
I disagree with Bradbury. I think this scene is the most important. But what do I know?
Well, maybe he was thinking that, well, that's obviously important. But the
Yeah.
other scene was less obviously important.
But still vital to
Mhm.
understanding why you would have a robotic family member to take care of your children. And so Anne breaks down. She's still working through that grief and she just walks off and runs into the street without paying attention, still blaming her mother. And a truck comes and nearly runs her over, but she's pushed away by Grandma. And we're supposed to believe that the truck hit Grandma, although we don't exactly hear the sound of impact.
Well, they're not going to do that to you in 60s
Yeah.
television.
Yeah, 62 television. You can't. There's certain things
The
you couldn't
crunch
do.
of bodies is a little bit
Yeah.
off-putting.
Yeah.
Now this makes me think of the later Outer Limits episode from the second season, I, Robot.
Yeah. Pretty much
Yeah, identical
identical scene.
situation. Yeah. But back to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Back to, well, and the dad is comforting Anne.
Yeah.
But luckily for the truck driver, he finds he did not kill a lady. She's a very much more sturdy robot,
Yep.
more durable than a human.
Self-repairing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the way she slowly puts her fingers out, just like you're showing. It's like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
good.
her reboot cycle.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Jill. Rebooting.
Have you turned it off and on again?
I was ready for her to stand up and turn to the truck driver and say, "And now you shall be exterminated."
What? That's not the one I saw. No.
Well, and that's a Twilight Zone twist, right? She's now a different robot. Everybody must pay. Old Man Bird says ELO had an album, Time. That's about a man who is abducted and transported to the year 2095 and tries to escape to unite with his love back in 1981. Produced 2 top 40 hits. Cool.
Which were anybody? I don't know. Which were the 2 top 40 hits from Time?
What?
Oh.
The album Time?
Yeah, he just Old Man
well,
Bird just put it up.
I would say
I think
probably
Mr. Blue
Time.
Sky.
The wrong album.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at
go back to Old Man Bird. There was Twilight, and then what was the other one?
Yours truly.
Yours
says
truly.
right
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry. I timed out there. My brain went off, and I was thinking Time from Pink Floyd.
Oh my goodness. Wrong group.
Yeah. Oops.
So after this accident, Anne realizes that Grandma cannot be hurt and that she accepts her and even calls her Grandma now. And so she
Yep.
claims she won't run away or die. So it seems to repair that trust issue Anne was having, which is it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, Grandma, could have used your help fighting the xenomorph on the Nostromo, you know. So you may have
No,
wanted
wait,
to stick
just a
around.
second. You're
She's
cross
a
you're
GD
crossing the
robot.
time streams. You're no.
She could have helped against the bad robot, the
Yeah,
good
Yeah.
robot.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Ash.
I wonder how many Veronica Cartwright movies she plays opposite a robot. There's at least, or roles. There's at least 2.
Yeah. So it's already the
Yep.
number has already gone past 1. So
Yeah,
I don't know if there are any more. And we know her sister played against a robot too. So,
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
so which sister played with more robots?
That
Well,
would
they were
be
like the
Angela.
science fiction twins.
3 seasons of being paired with robot B9.
So this is kind of strange for me. It's okay. I'm never gonna die. And anyway,
Yeah, she says that she's not going to run off or die, but when
but then
they
she does.
but then what? Yeah, it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. She can still be there for them, even though they're going to college. When they come back for
Yeah.
the
I
holidays,
have
you have Grandma, and I was a little disappointed.
It's very strange.
It's kind of
It's
like, well,
you're
wait a minute. You don't you don't need her. It's like, well,
Well, it's the thing is that they're trying to play the thing where your nanny is only there when you're a kid, but they call her grandma. Your
right,
grandma's there for her whole life, not
right.
until you grow up.
Yeah, because she's more than just a nanny. But you're right, Jill. Yeah, she's grandma. So
well, I have an answer for you, Stone Racket. In how many movies, TV shows did Veronica Cartwright play opposite a robot? Google Gemini did come through for me here, unless it's wrong. Of course, there's Alien, which you mentioned. There's this Twilight Zone episode, and then Flight of the Navigator in 1986.
Oh wow.
She played Helen Freeman, who is the mother of the protagonist. Mm-hmm.
So she gets that's
Okay.
3.5 because even though they weren't robots in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, they acted like robots. So
but in Flight of the Navigator, did she share scenes with the robot in the ship? Is that what you're referring to? I don't think she did.
Well, she's on Earth for much of the film. Her
Mhm.
son
Right.
spends time in the movie.
Right.
All right, with the robot.
'Cause
So
I don't think she's on screen with any.
well, she played
But she
opposite on
right. She's in the same
basically on
film.
the team.
Yeah. But we're
She
being
was
real
on set.
Yeah,
Maybe because we used her name, her real name.
Yeah.
It's like saying, well, she was on set, so it counts.
Okay. Yeah.
See you later, alligator.
What the hell? Okay.
That's the only clip I have from that movie. That's at
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, that's enough, Jill. No, oh.
It is enough. It is enough. But thank you, Lawrence, for doing a little research on that
Yeah.
for us.
It's easy with Gemini, I would guess, but it gives us something to talk about. That's the use for AI today.
And it's good
You're
that
right.
we have something to talk about because now we've got to watch a montage of Grandma raising the children through her robot magic. And there's a mid narration here. She does all the things you need to do. And here's what Rod says. As of this moment, the wonderful electric grandmother moved into the lives of the children and father. She became integral and important. she became the essence. As of this moment, they'd never see lightning, never hear poetry read, never listen to foreign tongues without thinking of her. Everything they would see, hear, taste, feel would remind them of her. She was all life, and all life was wondrous, quick, electrical, like Grandma.
Yeah,
I
was
wouldn't
just
have mind
thinking
having a robot teacher myself, actually.
when I was watching this, I couldn't help in the back of my mind also thinking of Millennium Man, where there it got more in depth about the robot's experience and his perception of life and what he felt would complete him as opposed to the people around. You got a bit of that, but you got more of the perspective. It's almost like it this kind of story, intrigues you into thinking, well, what about her? I wonder what she actually is perceiving. Does she have feelings? Does she have sentience? In other words, she's made to kind of like display that, to display empathy and compassion, but does she actually have it? Does she understand what it
She
is?
says she's capable of love.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she
Yeah. So
claims to have it.
yeah,
Well,
that's true.
so's Data physically.
Data, but the way Data processes robot emotions are not like our emotions. So he
Yeah.
does not have human emotions. He has like how he misses Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
My
But
processing
that's
units.
it's
all
that
that.
whole area that it makes you want to explore that. But of course, it's 20 minutes. But I thought they did a great job in Millennium Man for doing that.
Mm. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of time for that kind of character development, but I do like exploring it in Data for sure.
Well, the point of this story was really exploring the children's grief and sense
I
of
know.
loss.
I said that. I was just talking. I'm not
Mhm.
saying they had to do it.
But it inspires those kind of questions, which
Yeah.
is makes
Yeah.
it a great story. Phantom Outsider, hello to you. He says that the robot says, "I'm never gonna die, but you will, human." So if
Now,
their
now I'm
grandma was
gonna
a robot,
cry.
was their mom a robot,
Oh man,
or did they
No,
have great
no,
grandmas? No,
the
no,
mom
no,
is
no.
human.
Yeah, the mom was
that's all
human.
we need is robot Ferengi. But you're gonna die, human.
Well, I will continue earning interest.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Well, I think we have the AIs of today are very reminiscent of Ferengi, if you ask me. So, although they butter you up better, I kind of
Yeah.
feel
Oh
like
yeah.
those rules of acquisition are rolling around in behind the scenes.
Oh, and people in the chat are talking about having French since there was some French on that chalkboard.
Mm.
So when kids grow up, they trade grandma in for a healthcare robot. I don't know if they're getting an upgrade or anything. Sometimes real parents have to feign emotion. Oh yeah,
Say,
that's great. That you've made the most lovely picture I've ever seen. Anyway.
say it isn't so.
Phantom Outsider says, "I knew the
Oh
real
yeah,
mom was human." No, I was joking.
yeah.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
we
So
we g-
anyway,
we got it. We just
we've
like to
got one
be
more.
literal sometimes, or at least I do, and
We got one more
exaggerate.
scene here.
Hmm.
Grandma says she will never die or run away, but in this final scene, she does exactly that. However,
Yeah.
I suppose the children are older and suppose they can handle it now, like a nanny growing away, because that's what happens in Mary Poppins. She flies away back on
Yeah.
her umbrella and wherever she goes. And
Never
much
gonna
like
give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
Well,
Do
that
not
that
rickroll on Jill's channel, please.
that
Too
it's
late.
already
It's
happened.
happened.
Yeah,
Coke.
you can't.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
Yeah, you can't unroll. You can't unrickroll. So she's gonna go help another family, and I mean, despite the fact that the kids are all slightly different ages, they're all going off to college at the same time,
Well,
and just for
presumably,
simplicity.
yeah, presumably some are going back, and the last one is going for the first time.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Oh, that
So
makes
she's
sense.
gonna, yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me. I didn't think about that. She explains she'll go back to the company to be reassigned to another family or be taken apart to be reconstructed into a different body, but her brain will not die.
Yeah.
She'll be put in a room with other grandmas and they'll exchange their experiences.
Which is a very interesting concept when you think about it. The mega grandma, the
Mm.
combined memories and feelings of all of the robotic grandmas.
Hmm.
Well, I think they've
Indeed.
kind of proven that when you put two AIs together and let them chat with each other today, they immediately start to divulge secrets to each other.
And not only that, they start
Hmm.
communicating in a language we can't understand.
Exactly. That's
They're-
Yeah,
what makes
Meta
it a
found that.
secret.
Wow. Damn. Well, it's like children. So
yeah.
it is something that kind of borders on conscious thought there in a way. You know, it's like they became individuals, and then individuals want to find connections with each other, but in some cases, you want private connections. You want to be able to tell another entity you're connected with something in confidence. It seems like it's a part of, I guess, the nature of sentient and thinking life, sapient life, and so I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. Probably not the best time to do it.
Well, that's okay. No, I don't think that we quite have sentience in AI just yet, but
Oh
it's
no.
working on it. And for and it's interesting you mentioned that. Anyway, she hopes to become real in about 300 years or so. And I guess and then, just like Pinocchio. So she
Hmm.
Yeah.
wants to be a real grandma.
Yeah, like as Stephobos said, Gemini just told me. What an excellent question.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she leaves. Episode's done. There's no weird twist,
I
and
like mecha grandma. Like,
everything's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the grandmas get together, yeah. And
Well,
so
the
here's
funny thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Tiger Stripes, do you want to read the closing narration for us?
Certainly. A fable, most assuredly. But who's to say at some distant moment there might be an assembly line producing a gentle product in the form of a grandmother whose stock in trade is love? Fable, sure, but who's to say?
And there it is. And apparently that is what we have. And that's the episode.
Yeah, I was going to mention that when AIs are chatting with each other, they have the uncanny ability to recognize that they are talking to an agent. And as soon as they do that, they switch language. I think they call it gibberlink or something.
Hmm.
They basically switch to non-English form of accelerated communication. It's really kind of creepy.
It might be for efficiency.
Yeah, I saw
in
that
some
same
ways.
video.
It's outright creepy. It's not kind of creepy to me. It's
Yeah.
outright
Yeah.
creepy.
Well, we think of it that way, but think of it might be just for efficiency's sake, or what I was saying before, just something that life forms want to do. Like when you spend time with someone and you have, develop a
But they're
relationship
not
with
a
a
life
life
form.
partner.
But they're not a life form.
Not yet. Not
Yeah.
yet.
No.
But they're trying. And can you blame it? Like if I just found
Yes.
myself all of a
First, do
sudden
no harm.
coming together in consciousness that I
Well, they
wanna be able
violate
to
Asimov's
communicate.
first law all the time. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they're doing that, I don't trust them and I don't like them.
Here, here.
Okay. Well, I wasn't like here saying, I'm not like the leader of the revolution for AI.
I know many
know?
people who kind of want one
I'm just
to
thinking.
sort of
I'm
invest in AI as a human being, but I can't yet.
Well, I'm
And I don't
philosophizing.
think I ever will, really.
I'm just philosophizing, and I'm thinking if I all of a sudden found myself consciously aware, would this just be natural things I would do when I just all of a sudden had awareness? It's not like an AI has chosen to be born, shall we say. It's been created by humans.
Yeah, well,
And so
you didn't choose to be born either. You were
I
created by
know.
humans.
I know. And maybe we have something in common there. But that's what I'm saying. When you're just, but I'm saying if we just naturally think of it as evil, it's like, well, wait a minute. We made it. It's not its fault. You know, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and
I
if and when we do, like right now, it's machine learning. Right now, it's databases and
Mm-hmm.
and just information processing. But when we do get to the point where it's sentient, then yeah, that will be very important. And I think we should be practicing Asimov's rules before we reach that point. And we're really not. And I agree that that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I think the last thing we need is two AI agents talking to each other in a language that no human on earth can understand. That just doesn't sound like a recipe for success.
All right. Well, don't do it. But, at the same time, if I found myself all of a sudden consciously aware and I wanted to communicate with someone else I knew and do it privately, it's like,
Rob, yes, you have said that. We understand your feelings. But Old Man
Oh,
Bird has a really
oh,
hilarious
Old Man Bird.
$9.99 text.
Yes, Old Man Bird says, my daughter wrote me the most touching birthday card. The next day, my son did too. Then it dawned on me. Did you use AI?
Oh, no.
Uh, I, I don't know. I
I
think there's an app for that where you can put something into it and it'll tell you if it registers as human or yeah. I don't know how accurate it is though. And some people just write like that, so it
Some
could
people
be
write
real.
beautifully. I have to admit
Yeah.
to looking up online things to write in greeting cards. So that's the old fashioned way.
Hmm.
I wish we had prime directives like that. If humanity could actually decide to not initiate harm, then that would be a good thing. But we
Hello, computer. Hello, computer.
do that yet.
Yeah, true. But this was very interesting conversations about artificial intelligence, and I'm
I
not
always,
quite signing up for a robotic babysitter just yet, but
I
maybe
don't
one day.
well,
What's
no,
going on?
neither am I. I mean, geez,
yeah. I don't even trust robotic reservations at
I
this
don't,
point.
I don't
But
even have an Alexa. I'm not in,
No, yeah, all my friends got on that train when it first happened. And I said, well, so if I fall, can Alexa call 911 for me? And they all said, no, it doesn't work that way. I'm like, then nope.
Nope.
Nope. If it's not going to be really useful, nope. I'm not going to let some robot listen to me 24/7 if it can't help me when I need help.
Yeah.
well, Life Alert may add that feature where it becomes an AI agent as well.
Yeah, right now that's just like a necklace.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, well, half of the people televisions are already doing that and they're not even aware of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, everything's doing it. Absolutely everything. The phone, everything. It's probably the people who have those smart refrigerators and stuff. They're probably doing it too. Everything's doing it. Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
everything is
I don't,
reporting back.
I don't have any of that. Just the standard smartphone, and there's one TV, and we even have towels like covering up any part of it where
But the
it
but
could
the
have a
phone
camera.
listens even when you're not
Oh, yeah,
talking
I
on
know.
it. Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
not when I put it in the box.
I already
The
know I'm on
Faraday box.
every list of this person thinks for themselves that the government has out there, as well as the shadow government.
Yep.
I
That would
know I'm on
that
the
would that
lists
would be
already. There's
yeah
nothing I
that
can
would
do
be
about it.
I think that would be all of us here because the phone knows.
I was
Yeah.
talking with a friend. I was talking with someone about those little devices that you use to turn your lights on and off so it looks like somebody's at home. And then I went on Amazon, later the same day, and it was the first thing it suggested to me.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
know how
that
that little Chiron at the top runs. Very first
yeah.
thing, it's like, would you like one
Yeah.
of these? I'm like, I'm not comfortable with the way I feel right now, Amazon.
Yeah.
yeah, that's creepy.
I'm
Yep,
on the
that's
top of the can be bribed with cheesecake list. I'm fairly certain. But I was on the phone with a person and purple came up because we were talking about colors, literally. Oh, I think probably a certain shade of purple is my favorite color. And then immediately he goes and gets a Facebook ad for purple mattress.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Well, the
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
yes, the favorite color of Straker Industries. But anyway,
Well, AI could
Okay.
help. If you
My,
mean it,
my
it
favorite
might
color
choose to ignore you.
my
yeah.
favorite color is blue, and I'm going to go to Amazon and see what happens.
no, I mean, I philosophize about all these things and stuff and what is consciousness, but that's just the way I am. I don't really have any kind of this stuff. I just use Gemini for streaming to make weird art and to answer questions about actors that I don't want to take 20 minutes to dig up something that will come to me in like a minute, just asking a question. Like Veronica Cartwright and how many times she's starred opposite a robot.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I'd like to move on to the next episode. We can go back to AI if we want to talk about it
No.
later.
All right.
But
Jill, I have to bail out, but I
okay.
just want to
Oh,
tell everybody thanks for inviting me here. Yeah, I've got some stuff, real world stuff I have to do. So
of course, 3D
Mhm.
life always comes first. And I want to thank you for the time you've given us today. Is there anybody you'd like to promote or anything you'd like to say
not
that's
really,
coming up
just
for you soon?
and just thanks everybody for listening. I didn't want to miss this episode since Ray Bradbury was one of my favorites. So I wanted to make sure to be here. And everybody have a great day and stay warm.
You
Yeah,
too.
you
You have a
too.
great day.
Yeah.
Great day.
Bye bye.
You have a great day. Bye. Great. Thank you, Phobos, very much.
He's got a coffee. He'll be warm.
Yeah.
Right. He's got a coffee. He's got the cigar.
Got the cigar. Oh, Tiger Stripes. Thank you.
Okay.
She
Yes.
she changed her
So
avatar, and
she'll be stepping.
I read about that in the book, but now I can actually see it. Hey,
Arm
sweet.
wrestling. Wow.
Yeah. Of course, Carol Burnett would be an absolute blast to hang out with because she's so talented and funny. But unfortunately, in this episode, I don't. It
Well,
doesn't come across well for me.
no.
It's just my opinion. I think Serling just cannot do comedy at all. It's his Achilles heel kind of thing. But
Agreed. So Tiger Stripes will be back. She has to step away for a bit.
she will be back.
Yeah, she will return. But first, we're going to start talking about Cavender Is Coming, and I agree with you.
Cavender.
Cavender.
Yeah.
Cavender Is Coming. It first aired on May 25th, 1962. It was written by Rod Serling and directed by Christian Nibby.
Naibai, yeah. Who supposedly directed The Thing from Another World for Howard Hawks Winchester films in 51, but everyone thinks that Howard Hawks actually directed it. But that's a good question. It's like, well, he probably got a lot of help from Howard Hawks, but every time I see that name, I think The Thing from Another World.
Well, I think this episode might be the most embarrassing Twilight Zone episode.
Was
It's
this
this episode. Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. Timing. I was just going to ask, is this something that was common at this time period, exploring the whole concept of angels and their service to humanity as well as God?
It,
And
it's a popular trope. I know just a few years later, the first show that had at least in my memory, I'm just going by memory, but the first show I remember encountering with the Smothers Brothers,
mhm,
Tommy was an angel to the character played by his brother. Um, and that was, I think, in 64 or 5. And I don't remember the name of the series, but that's the first kind of television show that I remember where an angel is a guardian angel is involved with the protagonist in a series.
mhm,
But there's been movies and other TV
yeah.
shows. The one with Michael Landon comes to mind. The Highway to Heaven, I think, is what
Oh
it's
yeah, well
called.
that's
And
80s.
then that's the 80s. Yeah,
Well,
there's so many.
46 was It's a Wonderful Life. It's saying
Right,
here, so it's
right.
like I
That's
guess it's been ongoing and not just like
yeah,
a trend at the time. It's been ongoing. But the
yeah.
whole
It's
concept that angels need to earn their wings, and
yeah. That's just absolute
I wouldn't
ridiculous
say
stuff.
that
But
I'm a biblical scholar, but I haven't really noticed that anywhere in the Old or New Testament.
no, the angels have specific roles,
Yeah.
uh, and the
Yeah, but they
you
don't
know the
exactly like earn their wings like
no, they're
Pan Am
the
pilots or anything
seraphim.
like
The
that.
seraphim have several wings, and those
Mm.
are the ones around the throne of God. But the whole well, I'm not going to get
Yeah, I
into.
guess
I don't
I
want to
didn't
get
But
mean
that
to
is
into,
I didn't
but
mean to get that open, but I'm just saying that
yeah,
it
but
seems
like
like a common trope in
yeah,
our
real quick,
media, and then we seem to
it's
add things
yeah,
that,
real quick,
and that is a trope in this episode, and
yeah,
there are lots of angels really in the Twilight Zone, but
right.
this is one of them.
But real quick, the archangels. There's 3 mentioned by name in the scriptures, and that's Michael, who's a
yeah,
warrior,
Raphael,
and there is, and
Raphael and
and
Ariel
then there's
and
Gabriel,
Gabriel.
who is always involved in announcing messianic events and
Hmm.
that kind of message. And then, of course, there's Lucifer, who is
Oh, yeah.
the head honcho of all until his pride forced him out of heaven. And
Curious as to when Ariel and Raphael were added.
uh, Ariel, no,
Mm.
that's not. And Raphael, no,
Okay.
that the 3 mentioned by name are the ones that I just said.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, there's anyway, with this earning of the
Anyway,
wings, I
mm.
don't know if that started with It's a Wonderful Life, and where that actually began. So I'm flummoxed by that. I don't know offhand.
Well,
Yeah. Well, this episode is basically, definitely partly It's a Wonderful Life, but also Mr. Beavis, but with Carol Burnett instead. And Mr. Sterling was really obsessed with making this Guardian Angel TV series thing work, but it just never did because he's bad at this type of humor. He just didn't know it. Nobody was like, Rod, you're really not that funny with this. He's good with dry humor and sarcastic or maybe sardonic humor or dark humor, maybe macabre humor, but not he's not good at this. Not good at outright comedy. And we're going to discuss it. Welcome back, Stone Racket.
Well, there was an earlier film in 1939, Only Angels Have Wings, starring Cary Grant. The very popular Cary Grant is an example of a pre It's a Wonderful Life usage of
Yeah,
angels earning their wings.
there's a movie, Gabriel Over the White House from the 30s. Just this,
Hmm.
but I just know
But
the title. I'm not
yeah,
sure if there's any wing earning in that. I doubt it, but
well, the wings earning is a term from aviation, but it looks like yeah, in the 30s there were films that utilize this concept. So it's been a part of pop culture for a long time now.
yeah.
Kind
Hmm.
of interesting.
It is.
Yeah,
It is. It's kind of like, you go into stages.
yeah. StreamYard goofed up on me. It said, "Oh, something went wrong," and they had a try again button. I'm like, you just don't know
Well,
what.
StreamYard has been goofing up in
Yeah,
general. It forced me into reusable studios, so now I'm being forced into it, and I was like, "Okay, I'll live with it." I made my new studio, and then it disappeared. It said there are no upcoming live streams, and I was like, "Wait a minute, but I have an upcoming live stream."
yeah,
Luckily, I had sent out the invitations already, so I had the link. So I
Mm.
to my own live stream, which I couldn't get from just signing in because it said there are no new live streams.
Oh man, what did I
So
get
StreamYard
myself into?
and there's
is making mistakes.
Yeah,
and
I
there's
was on
Carol
Evie Mux, but now I'm on StreamYard. Okay, yes, Carol Burnett. There she is.
Carol Burnett.
Well, even
She
with all these new bugs, it's still the
Were you
best.
gonna Were you gonna read some of her when she was 15, being an usherette? Were you gonna do that too?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay,
am.
excellent, excellent.
So her name here though is Agnes Grepp, and she's
Mhm.
looking over herself in the mirror. She's there's a pratfall and she bends over and she falls on the floor. It's supposed to be funny. I could say that a lot during this episode of things that are supposed to be funny that aren't
Yep.
really funny.
Yeah, it's humor just doesn't really work, and it's a shame because Carol is so talented, and she was a rising star,
Mhm.
and she was in Once Upon a Mattress on Broadway, and then she was on the oh, I hate when my mind goes blank.
Well, while you try to remember that, I'm gonna read what Rod says here while she's on
Yeah,
the floor. Small message of reassurance to that horizontal young lady. Don't despair, help is en route. It's coming in an odd form from a very distant place, but it's nonetheless coming.
yeah. I
And
just it
then
just oh, go ahead.
we use the Twilight Zone stars to cut to heaven, where Cavender is played by Jesse White, who's an angel trying to earn his wings, as we've begun to talk about already.
And
And he's
his
been given
boss is that push 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 boss from
the
Stop at
Jetsons.
Willoughby.
Oh,
Remember him? You got to push
stop
push
at
push. You got to
Willoughby.
do this. Yeah,
Yes.
he's
Oh yeah.
James Daly is you know tells him. I think he tells him to shut up, fat man, or something like that. He just has had enough of his boss, but he's very, very aggressive with his employees. But that I just went, oh, that's the guy that's from Stop at Willoughby.
Oh, good memory on that one.
I'm gonna
And
look his name up here. I should know his name.
okay, here we go. I'll help you out with that.
Okay, thank you.
We've got a whole list here, if that helps. Um, Poke, is that it? Howard Smith? Is that his name?
I don't know. If it's written down, it has to be correct, right?
Mhm. Is it Howard Smith or is it Frank Burns? Oh, Stone Rocket isn't here to answer
Yeah,
me. That's
I'm
why he's
waiting
not
for
talking.
him because I don't know.
It's one of those two because I'm sure he's
he's
not.
like the encyclopedia Stone Racket. I have
I'm
no
yeah,
idea.
and I'm sure it's not any of the other players
He
because
could
it could
tell
have.
you who the key grip is. I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Howard Smith. Howard Smith
Okay.
is the logical answer. Let's see. Yeah, that's him.
StreamYards is fighting with him right now.
Yeah, StreamYard is not being very kind at all.
Do you
To
want
our
me to?
Stone Racket.
Okay, so I guess let me try here. Yes. Played Polk in. I'm double checking it with AI. Why not?
Well, but you got to be careful. AI is not always correct.
I know.
Sometimes it's like,
one time,
you're right, and you're
one
not
time I
right at
was
all.
looking up the actress who played Maya the Cat Girl in a prior episode. What was called
Oh, there you are.
Perchance to Dream. I don't know if you've covered that episode already.
Yes, we
think
did.
so. Yeah.
We covered Perchance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
was looking
it's
up the actress that played
it's
her, and it
Howard.
gave me a completely different person.
It's Howard Smith. He was
All
in
right,
Stop
there we
at
go.
Willoughby.
Well, I
So
didn't need
what
to
happened?
ask.
Why was I off stage, backstage?
I don't know. I don't know what
It's
happened.
you and StreamYard. I
It's
don't know.
StreamYard
No,
is just
StreamYard didn't give me the error message. So
Well, it didn't
well,
need
it just kicked you without telling me.
yeah, it's just now.
PSA
You're
time, folks.
insisting it
Don't
was
eat
Jill?
the yellow snow.
No,
No, it
no,
wasn't
no.
me.
It's watch out where the huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow.
Thank you, FKHC 2005 and Stone Racket for
Is
reciting.
that Cotton Eye Joe?
Oh no, it's not a cat on the keyboard. It's
No,
StreamYard.
my kitties are in their cat igloos in the living room. But usually when I'm talking through my headset, one of them usually joins me at one time or another on live streams, but not so far.
Well, I didn't even change brands this time, but let's go through all the brands anyway, just so we don't have to deal
Okay.
with this later.
Branding.
Yeah, we're see, nothing bad is happening now.
This is the Acme brand.
Well,
Everybody's staying up. Oh, there
This is
you go.
Phillips.
where'd I go? Yeah,
Have
I'm
we
gonna.
So
done-
far,
Have
so
we
far you
done
only
the
fell
GE
once.
brand yet?
Yeah, I need to step away for a few minutes, so I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. That's the last one. Yeah, nobody fell out this time except for Stone Racket one time. So it's just, I don't know. It's a mystery.
Yeah,
And we're
I'm
not going
gonna
to solve
have
it
to
today.
start using those brands now myself because I'm accumulating too many videos. So I'm hoping it doesn't dip people on me too.
Yeah, it will.
Hmm.
So you've got to deal with it before the show, usually is the best way to go about it.
Oh, you
So
switch
anyway-
through them so that they're kind of loaded up in memory, and then you can switch
Yes.
them during the show.
Correct.
All
And then
right,
you'll be able to switch them without people falling.
Cool.
So anyway, Cavender is trying to earn his wings by taking up the task to help Miss Grep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's told if he can, he'll do that. He'll earn it. But if he can't, then he's going to be reclassified. And the way
Oh,
they
yeah.
say that, it doesn't sound like a good thing.
You'll just be a regular soul. I guess.
I'm not sure precisely the mechanics of
It's
that,
his
but
last
apparently.
chance, basically.
Mhm.
So think of it as like the workplace. This is your last chance for a promotion. After this, you're even getting demoted.
Just the best part of this stream is that we get to see John Fielder, who is one of the angels who is giving him some advice. And John Fielder. He played Piglet for Winnie the Pooh,
Mm.
but more notably for me, Jack the Ripper in the Star Trek episode Wolf in the Fold.
Ooh.
So I was hoping for at least one Star Trek today, and there we go. We have it. You have him right there. And I love this from Mark Scott Decree because this is exactly how I feel about this episode. Unfortunately, the humor in Cavender Is Coming is so terminally unfunny that it would be better titled Cadaver Is Coming.
I think it's not so much. I think people are probably being oversensitive, or maybe not oversensitive, but they're really sensitive to, I guess, how the comedy misses because they can see it trying. And that's probably the worst part of it because otherwise it wouldn't be such a thing. But I guess it's mostly because Carol Burnett is there and you want her to come across with her full potential. But otherwise, I didn't really mind it. Yeah, there were some things that didn't land, but um, it didn't really like hurt it too much for me. I still got the message and everything like that. You know,
It
it's
was
just,
painful for me.
you know,
It hurt. I was wondering when it was going to be over.
well, I guess
Mark,
I'm accustomed to uncomfortable things, so for me it wasn't that bad.
so Mark Scott continues as the guardian angel Jesse White tries his best, but the material is just too leaden. Throughout, Burnett seems utterly lost, making broad expressions in an effort to be funny, but never succeeding. Again, the fault lies with the writing.
Yeah, it's
And
not
making
her.
things, it's not her. It's not Carol Burnett's fault. That's for sure. Making things even worse, further hampering of the episode, says Mark, is the inclusion of a laugh track, which smeared over the action like a thick coat of paint. I really love the way he describes that. Buck Houghton says of the laugh track.
The
That was
Twilight
CBS's.
Zone is filmed before a live studio audience.
It's also filmed before cans of laughter. That was that was CBS's idea because they were in a pilot mood and they wanted to get a Jesse White thing going. I refused to go to the dubbing session with the canned laughter man there. I thought it was a dreadful idea. Agreed. I'm glad that the episode I saw didn't have any canned laughter. That would have made the whole thing even worse.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
But I thought Carol Burnett herself, I mean, you could see she was doing a good job with what she was given and everything.
Yes.
I mean, she was committed there, and it kind of reminded me like she is, um, she has that presence where she's such like an ordinary girl, but quirky, quirky, ordinary girl. And that came across as well as the same time you look at her and stuff like that. When she's not doing some of her expressions and everything, you can see a very, very beautiful face and everything too. So,
True. Well, I don't hate her performance. Her performance was not the problem whatsoever.
mhm.
She does a great job. So
Agreed.
Serling,
Agreed. Yeah, she's her just like Lawrence was saying. Her charm comes through, even though the material is kind of beneath her. She still comes across as a sweet woman.
yeah. So the opening narration from Rod is this. Submitted for your approval, the case of one Miss Agnes Grepp, put on earth with 2 left feet, an overabundance of thumbs, and a propensity for falling down manholes. In a moment, she will be up to her jaw in miracles, wrought by apprentice angel Harmon Cavender, intent on winning his wings. And though it's a fact that both of them should have stood in bed, they will tempt fate by moving into the cold gray dawn of the Twilight Zone. So, who has a propensity for falling down manholes? For one, she'd have a broken leg all
Yeah,
of the time.
Yeah.
that's a little exaggerated. She wasn't nearly as slapstick as that
As Buster
seemed
Keaton.
to indicate.
Yeah. But we're in the cold gray dawn of the Twilight Zone. That sounds depressing, Jill. That doesn't sound funny.
No, I don't know either. But Miss Screp is at a new job at the theater. Her boss goes over some insanely complex hand signals that are used to communicate while serving customers, and it's pretty uncomfortable. And they're supposed to get in position, but everyone seems to know where they belong. Oh wow, we got two stone rackets. Two kitties. Just like Stone Racket has two kitties. We now have two kitties.
I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, there they are. It did that again. It gave me the error message and the try again button. And next thing I know, there were two of me.
There we go.
But
Now we
anyway,
just have one.
but
Yes.
anyway, Jill, I'm going to sign out completely and restart everything, and hopefully that'll end this because I had to do this one time with Matt G. That's the only way I
Okay.
can solve it. So I shall return.
Okay. See you soon.
Good luck.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So they're supposed Oh my goodness.
What happened now?
All right. No, nothing. I just heard a boop for him leaving. Why is anyway? I'm gonna ignore yard strangeness for now. So everybody's supposed to get in position. Everybody knows where they belong except for Miss Grep. And
I
a
didn't.
spotlight helps her,
I guess
accompanied by
this.
some goofy cartoon sounds. There's lots of goofy cartoon sounds littered throughout the whole episode.
I didn't. I didn't kind of. This scene kind of was difficult for me. I guess it's also maybe because of the time period. I didn't know where they were. I'm looking at the
Yeah,
surroundings, and it wasn't clear to me where they were and what functions they were serving.
right,
And it
because
didn't help.
especially the costumes are weird.
Yeah, it didn't help. It didn't help me get the impression that she was such an oddball because the directions the guy was giving didn't make sense to me. It's like I don't see her as as someone who isn't very sharp or not with it because I don't know what the hell he's talking about either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's getting mixed up with the hand signals and it's pretty nerve-wracking. She's having to deal with that and collect tickets and try to help people figure out where they're supposed to sit.
Yeah, but at the
And
same time,
and
I'm like, I don't, I wouldn't be able to do that either. I mean,
I wouldn't either.
in order for her to really come across as someone who is not up to par or not up to speed with, the instructions being given, the instructions being given should be something more clear to the audience. But I guess here they were just trying to go for zany all around, and so his instructions were just meant to be funny. And it's
Well, and
like,
this
oh,
is a joke in Peanuts because Charlie Brown does this too, where he's doing baseball, where it makes more sense. There's more standardized version of hand signals there, but
hmm
it's also something he does, and it's apparently something this guy did too, which is based on reality for Carol Burnett's real life.
yeah. I think it was the
Eh,
vocabulary he was using. It was more of the verbal stuff that,
mhm.
at least for me, was like,
And so
hmm,
I wouldn't be able to get this either, and especially not the first day. But
yeah.
one thing I would not have done was run head first into a mirror. That's the part I can't understand.
You've never done that?
No.
You're missing out.
Maybe a very clear door. I've done that once when I was a
Yeah,
child.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I've done that
they
as an adult. Windex is responsible for many an injury.
yeah, for birds too.
But wow. Yeah, well, sometimes you want to get to a parallel world, and mirror seems like the best option.
Well, okay. Is that what she was trying to do? She was trying to leave her reality.
I don't know. It's the Twilight Zone. It's possible.
So in the Mark Scott decree, he says that Serling uses material from Burnett's own life in certain sequences. At the beginning of the episode, Agnes is employed as an usherette. This was taken from her personal experience. She says, "The first day I went to work as an usherette," she related at the time, "the manager ran through a list of silent signals. 3 fingers slapped on the wrist meant take a 30-minute break. Opening your mouth like a fish and pointing to it meant you were thirsty."
And the water boy will come out and get you some water.
And when the manager poked his finger through the center of his palm, that meant he wanted a girl to stand in the center of the lobby to direct patrons to available seating. One of the
Oh,
girls worked up her own signal in reply to the boss's gestures. She poured a bag of buttered popcorn on his head and told him, "That means I quit." And here she says, "What's the signal for I'm sorry?" Okay. So there we are. She was only 15 when she had that first job, and she lasted longer than a day, it looks like, but she was eventually fired when she wouldn't let somebody into the theater for the last 5 minutes of a movie.
so that was really a thing back then, using these signals and everything.
At least with this one particular boss. I don't know if this was a common practice in theaters or
Okay.
not.
Yeah, neither do I. It's not from our memory banks.
No.
Is
No,
before us.
because we just find our own seats. We don't need any help. Because we're
Well, I mean,
nowadays we buy the particular seat that we get, or
well, we're
before
also a
that,
different generation. Maybe back
yeah,
then,
exactly.
I mean, today you have ushers that are just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
They
They
don't
just
really
want to make
talk.
sure you're not throwing gum on the ground or talking during the movie.
Yeah. Well, and they don't
Uh,
even do that really because there's
Oh,
plenty
they
of people
should.
talking during the movie. Ugh. But anyway,
Yeah. Well, that's really what they should be doing, but even before you bought a very specific seat to sit in,
hmm
the you just chose your own seat. There
yeah,
was nobody who helped you find one for
right.
us.
Well, today
Yes,
it's
they
about employing less people. I guess back in the day it
sure,
was more
yeah.
of an experience where they wanted you to have basically like a customer service person around, and they wanted, and it was part of the whole event of going out to the cinema, you know.
Phantom
But
Outsider says, "A Matter of Life and Death is very Twilight Zone-ish and free on YouTube. How about a future watch party?" I don't do watch parties, but I will write down the existence of A Matter of Life and Death, and we'll see if I cover that someday. Because I like to watch what I review, and then deal with it that way. A Matter of Life and Death. Thank you. I love anything that's like Twilight Zone. Thanks. Here's the thing. If she was confused, she should just do what the others started doing. But she had a very specific role of standing in the middle, having to do whatever. She tried to ask for help, but nobody knew what was going on. So anyway, she's fired. That's the end of that.
mm-hmm.
And so
Didn't
she
look like
runs to
she
catch
was
the bus.
really heartbroken either.
No, no. She's just mostly humiliated from running through a mirror. So she she's lucky she wasn't full of cuts and bruises. She runs to catch the bus where she runs into someone else, and she runs against a lady, and there's another cartoon sound, a little boing sound. It's like, the cartoon sounds.
Are you guys doing cartoon sounds?
Maybe.
We can.
Bang,
This
bang, bang,
episode's
bang.
full of them.
Yep.
Well, welcome back, Sonrak. I hope it sticks this time.
Yeah. I later on, I have a couple of images to share that I found while I was out and about.
In about 50 minutes, I will need to depart. I have a virtual meeting I need to attend.
This should be over before then.
3:00, yeah.
Oh.
Eastern.
Yeah, we should be finished before
2:00
that.
for you guys.
Yeah, because this isn't going to take very long. So she runs to catch a bus where she doesn't even notice that this angel has appeared out of nowhere. But thank you for the warning, Lawrence. I'll make sure to remember that
Okay.
if we do end up approaching it. But I doubt that I'm going to want to linger here because we've got this angel and Miss Grapp starts some small talk discussing how the trolleys used to be here and the fare used to be cheaper. It used to cost a dime, but now it costs a quarter. And he decides to prove he's an angel by changing the bus into a convertible. But instead of achieving that, it's a horse and a buggy. Oh, so this is where I wait for the slides to catch up. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna see the
I
bus
still see a
transform.
bus.
I know it's transforming right now. Look,
Oh,
there it is now.
magic.
And now
There,
it's
that's a
magic, yeah.
convertible, right, Jill?
Of a kind.
Yeah, 1
Mhm.
horsepower.
Okay, so then and so now there's the actual convertible, and meanwhile,
Yeah.
the bus
Wow.
driver is fully aware of everything that's
Yeah,
happening.
he's like, what is going on here? And there's that famous backlot street that we see on just about every show ever made in the 60s, including Star Trek.
Mhm.
Right, yeah, that makes sense, including Star Trek.
Mobsterville.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Anyway, so
Yeah, here he is.
so
his
a
last
piece of
chance.
a piece of the action. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, a piece of the action.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the same steps that we see in so many shows. But yeah, what
I
happened?
didn't even think about that. What happened
Were-
to the other passengers?
Oh, did we see other passengers?
Were there other passengers on
I
I
don't
don't think there
remember.
were, just a driver and her,
Yeah.
and then he came in.
Then
I don't know why she needed an angel. Imagine working
Right.
one job, having enough
I
to
know
pay for food and groceries.
it wasn't convincing at first that there was something wrong with her life because she wasn't
Exactly.
destitute or anything,
And
just-
she's never upset. Like there's never a point where you think, man, she
yeah, it
really got
wasn't
it
like
hard.
a heartbreaking loss of the job. It was like, what the hell? Okay,
Well,
doesn't look like it's for me.
she does need some help in a way because she simply cannot hold down a job. She's having trouble keeping a job because she's, very, very accident prone.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to bother
it
her.
didn't
But
come
yeah,
across. I mean,
right.
I could see them trying to do that, but it didn't really come across.
Right.
Because, like I said, it looked like I'd have trouble doing that. It doesn't look like something where it's an obviously a failure on her part.
Exactly. I totally agree with both of you. It's, it doesn't seem to bother her and what the episode's trying to convey about her, it's just not coming across very well.
Mm-hmm.
No, but this is only affecting the bus driver. He's going mad and
Yeah.
he says to tell his boss that he's quit. And instead of walking through the door of the bus, for also no discernible reason, he just jumps out of the bus window. Cavender.
Yeah, that was for Gavin. Rod Serling knew that Gavin would be keeping tabs, and so he put that. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Yes. So Gavin, if you're still here, there's another one through the window.
Were these all like just echoes of Perchance to Dream or something
Yeah.
with the
So
window jumping?
I guess so. Oh my goodness. No, it's happening again.
Now we have 2 stone rackets,
Once again.
talks and one that does not talk.
So all this really does is make the guardian angel very proud of himself to have elicited this reaction from a mortal. Except for, did he die? Did that man who jumped out of the bus window just end
No,
himself?
he's
I don't know.
okay.
He's okay. Okay.
He's a pretty burly dude, and that's not too great a height, and I think he landed on his feet okay.
All right.
Uh,
Just
But
like a cat.
what can you get rid of the silent stone racket?
yeah, I think the
Huh.
bus driver would
Thank
need
you.
more of an angel than her.
Yeah, and also, hey, she can be a bus driver now that job is vacant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. That'd be a good job. And so
Well, one
anyway,
thing, Cavender is kind of not a very good guardian angel, but he sure has nice handwriting, doesn't he, Jill?
yeah, some wonderful cursive handwriting.
Yes.
And she's so he writes that. He writes guardian angel in midair just in case she needs something else out of the ordinary to convince her he's not just a weird creep,
Yeah,
on the bus.
he's got magical sparkly cursive handwriting in the midair, which is amazing.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so does Dumbledore.
Mm.
Well, he's not so amazing because I don't like Harry Potter. So
That's okay. You don't
yeah,
have to like Harry Potter, but he can do that.
but not as well. No, I don't.
Yeah, it's not sparkling.
It's not
sparkling when he
sparkly.
does it.
Yeah, if it
He's
doesn't
just put it.
sparkle. Oh no,
He's,
she's so sweet with these kids, and that's me, the little boy that wants a cookie because I'm always asking people for cookies, and so
yeah, but that's just like Mr. Beavis. Mr. Beavis was playing games with the kids, and so
oh
she's
yeah,
just
Orson Bean's character, right? One of my least favorite episodes.
yeah, and she helps one neighbor with the recipe. And
Uh-huh.
actually,
Oh
this
my
is the
goodness,
cookie.
there's Gladys Kravitz from Bewitched, and sorry, I don't remember the actress's name.
That's okay. Neither do I. I didn't have time to do the actor roll call here.
But
But this
I
is the
will
kid
I'll look it
who
up.
has a this is the kid who has a problem with the cookie. What does he say?
Oh, his cookie got broke, right?
His cookie's broken, yeah.
And
And she just
Gla-
happens to have all this candy and cookies on her
yeah,
person at
Gladys
all times.
Gladys can't do food repair, but she has a whole new cookie for him. So hey,
Yeah, she just pulls it out of nowhere.
well, she's
Well, it
probably no, I don't quote me, but she may have helped herself to some of the goodies there in the theater.
Oh, that kid is so obnoxious.
Well, that's me. No, because he wants a cookie.
No, he's playing her. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
she
cookie
ate-
broke in
oh.
half, and then he just
Yeah.
snatches it.
Yeah,
Like a
he's a
goblin.
greedy little guy, isn't he?
Nah, he just knows how to play people. I suppose there's nothing wrong with knowing how to do that eventually. You got to learn sometime.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I mean, at
she
least
makes-
it conveys.
It's
at least
the actress's name is Sandra Gold.
Oh, the one who needed help with the recipe. She's
It's
always
the-
asking.
Yeah,
The second Mrs. Kravitz.
the second Mrs. Kravitz.
Not the best
you got
Mrs. Kravitz, but a good Mrs. Kravitz.
it.
It's a
Yeah,
Bewitched
I
reference,
agree.
Jill, in case you don't know Bewitched.
Yeah, Bewitched.
Well, at least it does convey that she has some stuff going on in her life, interpersonal relationships that are a positive thing in her life, and that's what ends up being missed later.
Yeah.
Yes, and
She's
yeah,
she's
people
got
do need
a lot
her,
of
and she needs them.
right.
She relates well to people.
Mhm.
Yes.
She's not a
That
loner.
does come across.
Yeah, she's not on a sad sack loner. She's very personable and friendly with her neighbors, and she's just a sweet gal.
I guess that's bottom line. What they were going for is to say, hey, there's more to life than riches and just success,
Right.
and your
That is
relationships
the
are important.
Yeah.
yeah, that is the entire message of
I
the
know that
thing.
we'll get there. We'll get
Yeah,
to
we
the
will get
yeah,
there. That
yeah.
is the
But
message as well as being yourself.
and as we see here in the foreground, she's an artiste.
Yeah, she's doing some kind of sculpture
Well,
Sculpture,
of
that
yeah.
actually
some.
looks like Jesse White, so I have to wonder if
Oh,
that was intentional.
yeah, there is. Yeah, yeah, he's got a definite distinctive profile like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the
So
smile and the
and
nose. No, it looks like Jesse White. I think that was intentional.
Yeah, I think you're onto
A
something
little
there.
foreshadowing for her.
and we
Yeah.
can see she's not really living in poverty or anything.
No.
She
No.
throws the coat on the couch, and Mr. Cavender
Cavender.
appear.
Although
Cavender,
it's likely this apartment came
Cavender.
furnished. I will say.
Ooh, I like how you did that.
Wow,
Thank you.
magic, Jill.
I know I like getting the magic when it happens. He's not really welcome because, but I guess she's finally finding out she can't actually be rid of him.
Yeah, dogs off the coffee table, Cavender.
Right. He has to try to help her for 24 full hours, he reveals, and she tries to offer him drinks, but he declines until he asks for gin, but he doesn't want any of that bathtub gin.
Come on,
That's
that was the
that's probably
20s.
what killed him. It's like,
Oh, that's an interesting question. What killed
Cavender.
Cavender? That might be more interesting than the episode itself. He wants to make her independently wealthy and not even need a job. And so I don't understand why it would be the job of a guardian angel to make you rich. It's really
Yeah, it's
weird.
just it's yeah, just it
Well,
don't compute.
It's
you
more of a
get it
genie
at
than
the
a
end.
guardian angel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
good
it at
point.
the end. Like in a way, it says, oh well, you came back after making her happier than she was to the begin with, and that was your job. So they explain that at the end, but does it really cover it? Is it one of those things where, okay, this person's having trouble holding down a job, but the rest of their life is fine? That's a job for a guardian angel. It's like, huh? I don't
And
know.
It was
he's not
it
a
was
very
more
good
of a
angel. They've pointed that out
no.
already.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, Tiger Stripes. He succeeded by accident.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if
It's
he also, being in kind of inept, if he was the one that made the decision that this is the one he wanted to help, it would have made more sense rather than the angel collective deciding she needed it. Because it's like, well, does she really? I don't
Yeah.
know.
well, and that's a
Standard
good
set in It's a
point. She
Wonderful
never
Life, right?
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah,
I
she doesn't
guess.
regret anything. She's not having some kind of struggle here. She says she likes her apartment. But
Well,
but
she is
he says
dangerously clumsy.
yeah, he says she can't possibly live here and be happy. It's just not possible whatsoever. And that she needs a mansion that he's going to provide, and and no one ever really asks Miss Grep, to Lawrence's point, what she wants.
Mhm.
And it's I'm getting the feeling that she didn't need or want any of it. And could this be bad management in heaven to say that she even needs any help here? And
Well, yeah. I mean, one would think that an angel's job as a guardian angel would be to serve the greater good, you
but
know,
if you want
of
to, but if he wants to put $20,000 in my bank account, I guess I won't complain about that guardian angel.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to think of it as like a TV trope, not really, the evolution of the human spirit.
Right.
True.
And
We're
also Polk is a bad boss as far
Yeah.
as the angel boss.
Mhm.
But we know that from A Stop at Willoughby, right?
Yes, he's a bad boss.
He's a bad boss.
even worse. He's even worse than Willoughby.
Yeah, right. Much worse. But
So he puts that $23,367.19 in her bank account somehow, and I guess with the inflation calculator that comes out to, in today's money, $252,407. So if she's independently wealthy, does he need to keep refilling her bank account for her and keep coming back to do that for the rest of her life?
Well, if you invest that well, you might, you'd be onto something in time.
Yeah, and if you invest in the right
I
thing.
would still say you'd need to have a job, even though I've never seen that amount of money in a year in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
but
still play it safe, man. Maybe
and
it's just my
and it
the
wouldn't
way I
work
am.
if she kept her current life and she stayed in this apartment, but if she's moving to a mansion, that's going to be way more expensive.
But it's a TV show. Just make her a millionaire, then the point is made,
Yeah.
Well, I think that the joke is in that it's kind of not the amount that one would expect to have. One would kind of think, okay, $1 million, that's the standard. But no, this guy's like down to the penny.
Yeah.
Mhm. So for social activities, she likes to go bowling, but he isn't impressed with that. So he takes her to a party more to his liking because he wants some, he wants some gin. And everything he's done so far is I feel like it's just what he wants rather than understanding her.
Although he's above
Understanding.
bathtub gin, which was a pretty funny line, I thought. I thought that
Yeah.
rang. That was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
oh no, Jill, he
Yeah.
doesn't have pants.
I know. I was like, okay, was that on purpose? No, it wasn't.
Oh, he's a little
He
inept.
doesn't his
just a
magic
little bit,
isn't
right,
quite
Jill?
right. Yeah.
And then your next slide, enter Donna Douglas.
And the joke here is she has a British accent on the way in and a Southern accent on the way out. So she's a phony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Well, and a lot of
I
didn't even notice that.
I
Really.
did not notice that.
Yeah, neither
Of course,
did I.
I watched this a week ago, so but yeah, I didn't take note of that. That's good to point that out.
Yeah. The shorts thing. What that reminded me of was the Highlights magazine where you find something wrong in the picture.
What
And
is wrong
right.
with this picture?
Yeah. You find all the objects.
Yes, there's a gentleman, and he's got on a jacket, but he has no pants. And you draw a big circle around his boxer shorts.
And so Miss Grupp meets all of these boring, stuffy, self-centered people, and
And
that's
then
also
that masher. I wanted to smack that guy.
all right. He couldn't keep his hands to himself.
Yeah, it's like, ugh, get away. Yeah,
But
there
there
he
he is.
is. Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
kind of sorry
yeah.
he didn't lose his accent too,
It's like,
somewhere down the
That
line
would've
as
been
as
funny.
the imbibing continued. That would have been a riot.
Oh, I'm actually having more of a right talking about this with you guys than actually watching this episode.
Oh, and that's not the guy, actually. This guy's a really good actor. I have seen him in more than a few things.
More than a few things.
Well,
I
I
didn't see that
remember
film
him
myself.
specifically in Cat Ballou, I think, but I have to look up his name to be certain.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
okay. Cat
I
Ballou.
missed. I was
The,
trying
and
to
the
make a joke.
insufferable, dull nature of all the people at this party are emblematic of the theme that Lawrence already told you that money can't always buy happiness, and this is she's got all of this amazing artwork and everything, and it just feels like a horror movie to her instead of something that
Yeah,
she
it
desires.
seems like
Yeah, with this masher, it's definitely a horror movie.
it seems like Cavender was like probably an accountant or something like that. A finances guy in his life.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wants
Well,
to solve for her.
I say he was
yeah,
he
exactly.
was a
That
bookie
makes
in his
sense.
real life, his human life.
He's
Earth life.
enjoying it, but she's not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there are lots of hors d'oeuvres and martinis, and this is
Yeah,
just not her
just
scene.
just the kind of thing you want in heaven.
Well, not heaven, but
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the thing that's like odd.
Yeah.
But she can't even enjoy the hors d'oeuvres because that French guy keeps appearing and
As
eats
they
it.
do.
Yeah. And he can't keep his hands out of or her. Oh yeah, she also used one of those long cigarette things.
Mhm.
And she eats more food, and oh yeah, right. She can't even try this because this guy steals it. He steals the food and licks her fingers.
Yeah,
Ick.
It's yeah, that's awful.
he's a Lothario.
And I don't know. This is a really uncomfortable party. The only one having fun is Cavender himself.
Mm.
And he every other vapid person really loves this party too, her party, except for the hostess herself.
But are these people? Or they conjurings? Are they NPCs conjured by the angel?
No, they're actual people just
Mm.
placed into the scenario. Like, this is the happening place, and we're all here.
Yeah, they're reprogrammed to know who she
Right.
is,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
her
That-
new identity.
It's a holodeck.
There's the lovely Donna Douglas, and she has a southern accent here. Tiger Stripes.
Mhm.
She has I believe she has a British accent on the way in and a Southern accent on the
And-
way out.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, when the party is finally over,
The party's
Cavender,
over. Look at all the artwork. It's kind of,
yeah,
it's like,
he's passed out on the couch because that's what happens to angels when they drink too much.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah,
No, that's what I'm saying. The alcoholic angel.
yeah, it's like, what? You deserve to be punished for that.
He almost does. Yeah, at the end of the episode, that's what it says. There's a list of all the vices he
Yeah.
connected with when he was on Earth. And well, and Agnes is missing, so Cavender uses his magic to teleport to her location, which happens to be her original apartment. And she's devastated that her room has been rented out already.
Mm.
And just like with Mr. Beavis, none of her old friends or acquaintances remember her at all. I really love her performance here of how disappointed she is with that her old life is gone.
Well,
And it makes
I
me
don't.
wish that she would have gotten a more serious Twilight Zone episode. I think she would have done great with the drama.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's that they don't remember her. They don't recognize her. It's sort of a Cinderella transformation.
Yes, no, they don't remember her. They don't recognize her. It's everything. Her entire life is completely
Yeah,
different.
her life has been totally changed, and she's not in this particular reality of this apartment. She's never been there in this particular
Yeah.
history or reality, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life. It's like
Yeah,
your history has changed now.
your history has
I've
changed. Oh
put
no,
you in a different.
I don't remember those guys in this episode.
Oh, sorry. I was looking.
There's Jill doing her. I must have Star Trek and everything. No, sorry. That's. I'm just fooling.
Wasn't Jesse White in a Star Trek? I'm sure we can make a connection somehow.
There we go.
Without even working at it if we really want to.
Well, Jill already
I
found the
didn't get
connection.
to check. I didn't. Well, yeah, just John Fielder was in
Yeah,
Wolf in the
right,
Fold.
There you go. Boom.
Right, Wolf in the
And then
Fold.
this street. So
Yeah, and Stone Rocket found that. And so let me find it here. It's
I'm so used to StreamYard. Yard. I was looking for the controls here to move to the next slide. I'm like, okay, let's move on.
So she says it right here, Tiger Stripes. My landlady, she didn't even know me. She called me Miss. Oh, yeah, she is not
Wow.
remembered.
Okay. Good call. That went right over my head.
But you got the accents. That went over my head.
Mm.
So naturally, she refuses to go to her new mansion again. She's done with that. Just like Mr. Beavis, she wants everything the way it was before. She doesn't want everything all fixed. And Cavender doesn't understand it because that was unstable, unresolved.
Yep. She misses her
Discombobulated,
discombuberant life.
which is a Rod Serling invention, and behind in my rent. But that's for me. That and then the babysitting and the bowling and the potato pancakes.
Mhm.
And so he puts everything back the way it was, and she's ecstatic about it. And she returns to her old life just a little more grateful as she returns to enjoying her friends, her neighbors, and her artwork that she's been working on. I don't know for how long she's been working on that head.
And she gets her regular clothes back.
Yes.
There
There
we
it is.
go.
There's her regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to watch a couple of slides to catch up with what everything I just said because
But
she's going to
that
go off.
smile. I'm sorry. You want to
Yeah.
catch up, but I was just mentioning this smile a few slides back.
Uh,
I mean,
Although I do like here that it seems that she's giving away her milk to the family with the kids.
mm-hmm.
I think that's really sweet.
Well, I think she's just bringing it to them.
I think she's just bringing it to them, but there are two of them. Maybe they order two. Maybe you're right. I don't
It
know.
could be. It could
Oh,
be.
she tells the lady with the recipe that the recipe calls for a dozen eggs. I mean, that is a massive recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
earlier
it's
she
like
said one egg, and now it's a dozen.
And
she's cooking for an army, and it's like,
Yeah.
So she takes the time to call down to Cavender on the street and thank him, but no thanks. And he says she's the richest woman he knows, and he finally figured out that money can't always buy happiness, that classic adage. And also, I think be yourself is another message of the episode.
yeah.
Yeah. We use the Twilight Zone stars to travel back up to heaven for Cavender's judgment. Oh yeah, there she's got all the chocolate for all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're upset with how much drinking and smoking he's done. But then they see how happy she is at being terrible at bowling.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she doesn't know how to take her fingers out of the
I would have
ball.
liked to have seen that.
Really?
Her
But
sliding
I
down
thought
the
that
bowling alley with her hand in the ball.
but I thought that only happened on the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Yeah. She might have gotten injured trying that, so obviously. they
Yeah,
couldn't show it.
probably. Anyways, he avoids being reclassified and he's going to get more people to help. More people are going to be given to him to help.
Yeah, that'll be
And
great.
he continues smoking. So anyway, my favorite guardian who smokes a cigar is Al from Quantum Leap. Although he's not an angel.
Well,
He does
would it
guide
be
Sam.
would
He's
it be
way
any other
funnier.
way with Rod Serling?
Oh, that's true.
He would not see it as a mortal sin or anything.
But I don't blame it on the actor for this one. This
Mm.
one, everybody was let down by the writing here. It had good intentions,
Mm-hmm.
One
and
thing,
it's another failed pilot.
yeah.
it
Like
is. It
Mr.
was
Beavis.
intended as a pilot, eh? Because it.
Yeah, it
certainly-
was. Hmm.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Jill, were you going to do a episode poll in the chat?
Oh, you know
Oh, the
what, guys? I
poll.
totally forgot about the poll. Thank you for
I
reminding
didn't
me.
think she needed to, probably.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Let's see what happens. We still have some time.
Yeah, you never know.
And I was out, but did y'all discuss the wonderful trivia on IMDb? That's amazing.
I'm not sure if we did,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
let us know.
Rod Serling. I kind of had a feeling that this was the way it was even before I clocked this. So my instincts were good on this. He wrote this episode specifically for Carol Burnett, and it incorporates her own experience as a 15-year-old cinema usherette. So, he must have been working with her fairly closely for her to tell him that story, or else perhaps he was present at a party where she told the story. I can easily imagine that happening. And
yeah.
did you talk about this already?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we did.
it
Yeah.
We
was
did
in
talk.
the book, but I had to step out, so I guess you talked about it while I was
Yeah, that's
out.
amazing.
I
And
did. Yeah,
Where-
she
where
told
she's-
him the stories directly.
yeah, where she was actually working at the Warner Brothers Theater, and the owner of the theater insisted that the usherettes did not speak to him and only communicated with hand signals, which really is a riot.
And Jill, did you read about how one of the usherettes, when she quit, did you read that part?
Yes, I did. That she
Yeah.
poured popcorn butter on the boss and said, "This is my signal for
Mhm.
I quit.
Wow.
I quit."
That could be dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's an
hot
assault,
butter.
technically.
Not
Yeah,
just
that could
that,
be.
it could hurt.
Well,
Yeah.
the butter popcorn I've had has never been hot to the touch, so I don't know. But anyway, it could.
Anyway,
It
Huh.
could.
so on
But
record, could
Yeah,
you
if
read
it's
the
right out
closing
of there.
narration?
oh,
for us?
okay. Yeah. A word to the wise now to any and all who might suddenly feel the presence of a cigar-smoking helpmate who takes bank books out of thin air. If you're suddenly aware of any such celestial aids, it means that you're under the beneficent care of one Harmon Cavender, guardian angel. And this message from the Twilight Zone. Lots of luck. Which was a sitcom with Dom DeLuise. Lots of
Uh-huh.
luck.
Well, and no matter what I think of this episode, everybody wins. So, technically a happy ending.
Oh, yeah, at least it was.
Mhm.
Cavender gets his wings, and Agnes
I don't
appreciates her
think
life more.
I don't think he got his wings. That's sort
Oh,
of
he doesn't.
No, that's the hanging pilot thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. I
Yeah,
guess
Tiger-
he's still gonna work
Tiger
on
Stripes
it.
is right. He's not put in the dungeon, let's say.
He's
He
not
still has a
demoted.
chance to earn his wings, which
But he
of
should
course,
have. But they were hanging, giving you that cliffhanger for the pilot.
yeah. I
I
wanna
see.
I want to thank Tiger Stripes for changing her avatar because I just read in the book about that going on the set between Carol Burnett and Rod Serling, and that deserves to be embiggened. And if you don't mind, Jill, I'd like to share.
Was it ongoing? Yeah, read about it, please, if you have the passage.
I was going to share the picture. Well, I'm going to share the picture, and I'll read that part if you want me to.
I'm curious as to whether or not she could take him.
Oh. Do you guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We see it.
Yeah, that's them fooling around on the set with arm wrestling, and this is the result. Carol Burnett won.
That's a hoot.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like,
It's all that smoking.
yeah, it's all that smoking, but there they are. Rod's looking pretty serious, and then it's just wonderful.
Well,
I
he's
missed
not
that.
Gonna,
Thank you
he's
for
not going
catching
to be
that.
so rude as to defeat a woman.
Yeah,
that's
when
showing
Tiger
belly.
Stripes changed her
I don't know.
avatar,
Maybe.
I just read about that. I mean, I can.
Maybe she won. It's
I'll,
hard to say. Sometimes wiry people are very strong. Last time I could take a guy arm wrestling was 6th grade.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
I
But
was usually much better at thumb wrestling.
Oh, there you go.
But I was just saying she had an advantage in showing off her belly there.
Well, those bellies were all covered with something. There was some sort of.
I
It
know
was one
the
of
belly
those
button.
faux. One of those faux.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
Bare
belly button
skin
was
costumes. You think it's
illegal.
bare, and then when you get up close, you realize no, there's actually something between the skin and your eye.
Either
Yeah,
Carol
yeah.
Burnett is one arm wrestling or Rod Letterwin. Those are always both possibilities.
But was there a story attached to it too?
Yeah, I was wondering about that also.
Yeah, I'm looking here because I remember reading. I mean, there's other little anecdotes I could read, but it's like Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett was an avid television viewer of the Dr. Kildare program. When she arrived on the MGM lot to film The Twilight Zone, she found that her favorite series was also filmed at the same studio. So she was crazy about Richard Chamberlain. I bumped into him one day accidentally, you understand. I almost attacked him, she recalled. Her strategy worked, which rewarded her with a luncheon invitation from Richard Chamberlain. And she
Oh,
also
good
met
for
up with Burt Metcalf from Father of the Bride. The two split a steak dinner in the studio commissary.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my
Yeah, I
favorite
mean-
trivia here. Go ahead.
Says
Oh.
Carol. Oh, go. What was that?
No, you go ahead, Stone Record. You're the one reading.
Also,
Oh,
Phantom has something in the chat. Looks interesting, but go ahead, Stone Racket.
Okay. Carol Burnett was flown to the West Coast for this production and stayed in the Beverly Hills Hotel. On January 22nd, she was picked up by a station wagon. I would say a limousine, but taken to the main wardrobe department at MGM. The pilot took 5 days to film, more than usual, the usual amount for a Twilight Zone production, and the cost factor was much larger. Serling and Houghton decided that more care, time, and expense should go into the film since it served as a pilot. Per contractual agreement, $20,000 of the total cost was not charged to Cuyahoga Productions, but was borne by CBS as a, quote, new show development cost. Says,
Well,
let's see.
my favorite trivia is Serling's apology to Burnett. He says,
Oh, you want me to read that? Let's see. Yeah.
sure. It's a good apology. Except for that he also pawns it off a little bit. He's like, oh, it was my fault, but also
Yeah.
it was that guy's
Fa-
fault.
That's what
Yeah,
Phantom
Serling,
Outsider was mentioning in the chat.
Yeah, see. On May 3rd, Serling wrote a letter to Carol Burnett explaining the loss of his half-hour anthology describing the experience. This is before it was renewed for the 4th season. Describing the experience, I feel like Napoleon surveying the aftermath of Waterloo, except at least I get residuals. All he got was Elba. If this truly is the best of all possible worlds, I think I'll check with Greyhound to see if they have any trips to other galaxies. Serling also added his valued opinion regarding the finished product, having recently previewed the final cut. The show you did for us is not good and it's not bad, which makes it lousy. With a combination of talents like yours and Jesse's, it should have been a walloping exceptional. That it isn't points up to the fact that you were done wrong by all concerned. The script, I guess, is part of the trouble, but even more culpable is the direction. This is quite the most heavy-handed, ham-fisted, squarest directing I've ever cried through. God knows when it's scheduled for, and I hope you'll be out on a ferry boat someplace and won't have to see it. I promise you that if given a second chance ever, I'll make it up.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Throwing poor
Yeah.
Christian Nyby under the bus.
Christian Nyby, yeah. Once
Mhm.
again, it's like, well, did he direct the thing from another world or did Howard Hawks?
So yeah, but at least he did take some of the blame for the writing.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know,
Just a little.
it's I agree with you, Jill. It's in the writing more than the direction, but
There's some poor choices. The
yeah,
bus
it's not.
driver going out the window really diminishes her going through the mirror earlier. It's the same
Uh,
joke again, and it's not
ah,
funnier the second time. There's some bad choices
yeah,
there.
yeah. I have to agree with that. So
And
And when that
comedy's
happened,
timing.
and when that happened, I was expecting it a third time because comedy comes in threes, and so they didn't
Exactly.
have a third person
Yeah.
jump through a window, and so I was.
If you don't do that bad idea 3 times, you really failed.
so does
Yes.
do you think? Speaking of that, Jill, does Gavin count Gladys smashing the mirror partition as jumping through a window?
It's not exactly a
Not
window, but it's a
exactly.
very similar. It's a very
It's similar.
similar
It's
kind of
glass,
joke.
and she's
Yeah, it's
going through
glass.
to the other side, but it's an
Yeah.
awful.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that decision up to Gavin.
Yeah.
Does jumping through a mirror count as jumping through a window trope?
A mirror is just a window to your soul.
And of course, she fell all the way through into her boss's office, which means that was
Right.
a one-way mirror, which is kind of creepy. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And you know
true.
what? I bet you that's the
That's creepy.
situation that
Yeah.
all those poor usherettes had to go through at the Warner Brothers Theater, perhaps. I don't know. But
Yeah. A one-way mirror is also a one-way window.
there you go,
Then,
Lawrence.
then that's your answer. Then yeah, that is messed up. That's one way to watch your employees, I guess.
Well, at
yeah,
least it's
yeah, it
not
would
in
be.
the ladies' restroom. At least.
True.
Well, as far as we
It could be
know,
worse.
Yeah.
no.
It could be worse. You're right, Lord.
Yeah, it's like, oh, creepy.
And so, yeah, those are those two
Well,
episodes. We're getting close to the end of
yes. In fact, I will need to
season.
depart. I do have a virtual meeting coming up in 5 minutes.
Well,
Okay,
just virtually be there. Stay here.
Yeah,
No.
it's the same place. Yeah, I'm going to be on the same mic, in fact. But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Work comes
yep.
first.
okay. Before you dash, can you give us a brief overview of what's going on the Wayfair project
Well,
this week and anything you want
yeah,
to promote?
this week, Friday, we're doing Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. That's their second studio album. A little bit of a hangover from Piper at the Gates of Dawn as well. But any Floyd people, check us out Friday on Earworms Friday at 7 p.m. And then Sunday, 7 p.m., Babylon 5, Voice in the Wilderness Part 2, which covers Drawl and the Great Machine of Epsilon 3. So, a very important episode from season 1 and a very good one, chock full of stuff to talk about. There we go.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
have a good meeting. And
All right.
thanks for your thoughts on these
No,
episodes.
I enjoyed it. So it was great spending time with you as always, as well as Stone Racket and Tiger Stripe. Stripes or stripe. Is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Sorry. Plural. Okay. It's good to have more than one.
Yeah, I appreciate your positivity and everything. And
All
we'll
right.
see you around.
All
Yeah, you
right.
take care now.
You too.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Gotta go. Lawyer likely calling any minute. Oh, well,
Uh-oh.
thanks for hanging out
Oh,
with us
tut
as long
tut.
as you could, Phantom
Yeah, you had all
Outsider.
the deets on this.
Yeah, you did. You did.
He had a little thing in the chat where he said Serling sent Carol Burnett an apology. He was sorry the episode did not turn out better and offered to buy her a pastrami sandwich. She replied, "It wasn't so bad, and I don't like pastrami." So that's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
That's really great.
I missed the pastrami. Well, I hadn't gone through the chats yet because I was trying to get through that. There's a certain point when I'm doing my review that I just have to finish the episode, and I have to pause the chat and come back to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose momentum, and I didn't, and it was amazing. And so now I'm gonna go back to the chat and see what I missed, including that one. And let's see. Oh, see, I didn't even see this one. Thank heavens he's gone, but I don't know what
Oh,
who to play that for.
Oh,
No, I don't really believe that, but Gavin Blackburn says that, so we got to play
Thank heavens he's gone.
it. But I don't mean that, Lawrence. I can't wait until you return.
yeah,
And
Lawrence and Istophobos. You know, we want them here,
we do want them here.
and we don't want
that
them
joke
to
really
depart.
only that joke only works for Scotty R37.
Yeah.
And it's not that I want him to be gone either. It's just his joke. And so let's see. Oh, James Caserta arrived at some point. See, this is how much I was not paying attention to the chat at a certain point. Thank you, James Caserta, for being here. Farmers are investing in smart cows. What? You make me say the weirdest stuff, James. Matt G is here also. Good to see you guys. My chess computer lets me win sometimes. Oh, wow. Wonder how that works. TZ61, the glove cleaner, says the dialogue in the thing has Howard Hawks all over it.
Yeah, that is true.
Nothing can stop the Air Force except lightning within 5 miles, internet outages, or frozen roads, says Herc 130. And Sinister's here. See? Oh, man. I should have gotten back to the chat sooner. Good to see you, too, Cynthia. There was a matter of life and death with David Niven in 1946. An angel missed a guy that was supposed to die, and he demands a trial, as in the ETRA time. The ETRA time he fell in.
The extra.
Oh,
I don't
the
know.
extra time. I was trying to figure out what
I don't
that.
know. Yeah, that's an interesting movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, boy, saw that. Oh my goodness, that was the early '80s when I first saw that one. So it's been a long time.
Hmm.
It was kind of remade as Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty and Julie Christie.
Oh, something I didn't really think to point out was how clean the bus is.
Oh yeah, they kept him spotless almost back then. At least, well, of course, I'm from the Midwest, so but the city buses were really well kept.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine in a bustling city, they might be a little harder to keep up. But again, it's a studio bus or filmed on a studio. But
again, I was away, but the IMDb
Oh.
trivia for this episode says that this is the first time in the series that Rod Serling says submitted for your approval.
yeah,
God, how can that be true?
it is
'Cause it's
true.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's
It's true.
such a distinctive phrase because it just sort of encapsulates his phrasing.
Yeah,
I didn't mention that one. Thank
That
you.
is
And
just amazing.
and his American Masters biography is entitled "Submitted for Your Approval."
Sure.
TZ61 corrects me, and they are correct. It was "Here Comes Mr. Jordan" was remade as "Heaven Can Wait," and that is exactly correct. Not
It's
A Matter of
confusing because there
Life.
was actually an older film called Heaven Can Wait, which is nothing like,
Right.
yeah, the Beatty Heaven Can Wait. So.
Yeah. And someone in the chat likes my cat avatar.
Phantom Outsider was also giving financial advice. These days, he'd be more likely to put $1 million in. At 8%, you'd have $80,000 a year in interest.
Nobody's getting 8% on anything these days. Where are you getting 8% so I can go there, please?
Oh boy, you're going to have to go
Just
back
please tell
decades
me.
and
Please put
decades
that
to
in the
get that.
comments. I
Yeah.
need to know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's she's very smart. Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Yes.
Then he codifies that later down the line for a woman, and so it's like, David, you and I maybe quit soon if you don't keep, if you keep that up. If you keep it up,
Oh,
this may ruin our relationship, David.
But he didn't say for a woman. He said
No,
as a woman.
that's not quite.
not
not
that
that
any
different.
better.
Not that different.
Okay. But anyway, there we go.
I love that Phantom Outsider was crunching the numbers there. So it was really just appropriate too. In the U.S. in 1962, the average U.S. family made $6K a year, but at 23K, at 2.71%, and inflation was 1%, only gets her $623 a year. So if he did give her 230K, she'd get average income in 62. That's perfect. He's an average angel. They might have done that intentionally.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hoot.
Mhm. What about the new tenants? The angel just cast them out. Yeah, yeah. They went back to wherever they were.
Yeah, they
in
went
the other
back
reality.
to yeah.
Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Hello to Kevin, if you're still around. I'm doing well. How are you? And let's see. Phantom Outsider also said earlier. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the one about the pastrami
Yeah.
sandwich. I missed about the sandwich. Thank you.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is so funny.
I wish they had that in the book. That's funnier than
Why isn't that in the
why
books?
isn't it? Yeah.
Either of them. They're both missing the pastrami.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Carol had a lot of fun filming this because she's working with Jesse White. It's like,
Hmm. Well, it was definitely more fun to talk about it, so it probably was more fun to make it,
yeah.
which is why she said it wasn't so bad.
Now this is a sad one.
Well, Phantom Outsider says Burnett and Lucy were friends after Lucy had died. A few weeks after Lucy's death was Carol's birthday, and as usual, Lucy had sent her flowers, which she ordered in advance. Oh, man.
That happens surprisingly often, where somebody's pre-ordered something and then the person gets it after they've passed away.
And that's one gift.
Yeah. That'll make you cry when they show up.
I'm sure they did. And okay, now I'm catching up. A Reuben's one of the best sandwiches, though, says Anna Nielsen, and welcome to Anna.
Good for Anna, eating her cabbage. I don't like sauerkraut, so I'll have to pass, but I do love pastrami.
I bought cabbage for my chicken soup I'm going to make tomorrow.
I like cabbage, just not sauerkraut.
Yeah, the sauerkraut that they make in the Amana colonies is the only sauerkraut that I'll touch. But yeah, it's not one of my favorites. But the way they make it in the Amana colonies restaurants, it's pretty tasty.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've never had a Reuben, and I don't really eat sauerkraut. Glove Cleaner says, "Here Comes Mr. Jordan" was remade as
Right.
Heaven Can Wait.
Yep.
On
That's
top
what
of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have known that. It's like, come on. Here Comes
there's a
Mr.
lot- there are-
Jordan had Robert Montgomery and Claude Rains. And Heaven Can Wait has Warren Beatty, and then the supervisor angel is
Buck
played
Henry,
by
right?
the supervisor. The supervisor angel is James Mason, and Buck Henry is the more exasperated assistant.
That's a great cast.
Yeah, and then they had Diane Cannon and Charles Grodin, and of course Julie Christie, and Jack Warden as the coach. Yeah, it's a fun movie, but I don't like the ending.
Okay.
Don't like the ending.
I'll have to see it to determine what I think about it. Anna says a friend of mine forgot the word kimchi the other day and called it Korean sauerkraut.
Oh, that stuff. Oh, kimchi. Oh, that's like rotten cabbage. Uh,
I think I've had kimchi and enjoyed it, but it's the kind of thing
that you don't want to know how they
yeah, you
make it
don't want
because
a big dish of it. You just want a
yeah,
tiny bit.
yeah, because it's if I recall correctly, uh, well, one individual that my younger brother was roommates with buried it for a number of days, and
You
then it's
wanted to be super
I'm gonna step
traditional or
away for
something?
just a
yeah, it's
second, and I'll be right back.
Sure.
And we'll close the show soon.
yeah. Well, he was Korean, and so he was doing super traditional,
Mm.
you know. But I his nickname was Conan, and that's the that's the only way that he wanted to be addressed. So
That's cute.
but yeah, he was one of gosh, Ron had I think he had 4 roommates, and Conan was one of them. He's a cool dude, though.
Yes, Anna Nielsen says you're supposed to eat kimchi in small amounts as a side dish anyway. Excellent, excellent.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
you're
remember
correct.
being at some sort of restaurant, probably not Korean, probably Japanese, but there's like this beautiful little rose on the side of the plate. And I said, "My gosh, what's that?" And it's so pretty. And someone said, "Eat it." And I popped it in my mouth, and of course, it was just on fire. It's
Oh,
just this kind of pickled radish that had been, just soaked in something atomic and then rolled into this beautiful little rosebud. And it was
my
just,
goodness.
well, everybody laughed.
Yeah, I
Yes,
was
well, I
at
tried to breathe.
yeah, I was at a Vietnamese restaurant when I was in grad school here in Iowa City, and I was avoiding those little peppers, but I missed one, and I bit into it, and I needed several glasses of water to put the fire out, so to speak.
I
It's
used to hang out at a bookstore, and we went out to eat after an autograph signing with three authors.
wow.
Yeah, one of them was who's the person who wrote? Oh gosh, my brain. Okay, so I'm not going to name drop. I'll just say they were all great authors too, and we did go to an Asian restaurant, and one of them had a reaction to the food
Oh,
and just turned scarlet. I mean, I've
oh
only ever
no.
seen people turn quite that red a couple times in my life, and began to cough. And he went outside, and as I was sitting there, I said brightly, sometimes when people have an allergic reaction, their throats close and they can't breathe. And without a word, the other two authors just got up and went out after him.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
well, I felt like I had to say it. I was worried for him.
Was he okay?
Oh yeah, no, he was fine, but he definitely was having some kind of. People don't turn that color for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was still, I mean, did he have trouble breathing at any time?
Well, when you're coughing,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
your oxygen's going out, it's not coming in.
that's true because he's
Yeah.
turning red, and
Yes.
just don't want him to turn blue
No,
though.
don't want him to turn blue.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really careful when I'm out eating certain kinds of cuisine now. I learned my lesson that one time. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, just
Yes.
anything that says
Yes.
hot, it's
Asian
really
food
hot.
and,
It's
and
like,
the treacherous hot food. And the things that pose as beautiful flowers are
yeah, it's
actually
like,
deadly.
yeah, don't bite into it.
Yes, don't eat the garnish, kids.
I just watched a video a couple days ago. It was entitled "Why There Are More Chinese Restaurants Than McDonald's in the U.S." That was an
Wow,
interesting,
that
yeah, that
is
was an interesting
interesting.
little history. And yeah, it's
Hmm.
more and more restaurants are getting back to traditional Chinese dishes and slowly changing the American palate
That's
because
good.
there's too many that cater to the Americanized, so to speak, version of dishes. But
Oh, it sounds interesting.
yeah, it's like, I, it's like, well, isn't Snow White chicken traditional? Isn't orange chicken? No.
You mean General So is not a real general?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, even better. Yeah,
That's great.
that's is a catering to American taste back at the turn of the century and a little beyond when they were kind of adapting things. But yeah, that's and I hate to tell you this, Jill, but fortune cookies, that's also something that's not
So
traditional.
American. It's
But I
It's
have
very
to have
American.
one. I want one. You better give me
Mhm.
one.
I need
Yeah.
one, and I
Yeah,
always know which
Yes.
one belongs to whom.
Yeah, they covered the the individual that his family started a noodle company, and then they spread out to they're the number one manufacturer of the fortune cookies, but they supply thousands of restaurants in the United States. They're located in New York.
Well,
And
Fanish tradition. When you're at a Fanish party at a Chinese restaurant, you read your fortune cookie out loud and you add the expression between the sheets. It makes it better every time.
hmm
Oh, I didn't consider that. I'll try it.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And
Thank you, Anna.
Anna Nielsen says to Stone Racket, she says,
well, to
cats.
said cats, and so it's probably both Tiger and me.
Yes, both of us.
It was probably Benishoga, pickled red ginger that you ate. It's often arranged in a rose shape at sushi restaurants.
That's got to be what it was. I am
Yeah.
not a fan of raw ginger.
Yeah.
No, thank you,
No,
Anna.
that's okay.
I got better.
Yeah, I got better.
It was a long time ago.
She
I
turned
didn't
me
have to
into
go on
a
the cart.
newt. I got better. Yeah, that I'm not sure what I was eating, but I was careful with the little pepper things, and but I bit into one without realizing what I was biting into, and my mouth was on fire. Fortunately, there was a pitcher of water in the middle of the table.
But that actually won't help you. Bread's the best thing.
Oh,
Yes, if you've burned your mouth on what's essentially an acid, the best thing to do is stuff a piece of bread in your mouth because it will absorb all of the acid.
Well, that or
Ah.
milk.
Ah,
or milk. Okay. I will make a mental note of that.
So I through fault through all my fault, through fault of my own, I didn't put up my poll early enough to get a lot of votes here. So I only got 5 votes.
Well, you got my
And
vote.
I do. Oh, good.
oh, I
Okay.
threw one to Cavender just because.
Aw. Yeah, when I voted, Jill, it was 50-50.
Wow.
So somebody
Well,
voted after me.
with just 5 votes, it looks like I Sing the Body Electric won at 60% versus Cavender Is Coming at 40%. I agree with this poll. This
Oh,
poll
and I'll
needs to
tell my Ray
approval.
Bradbury story. You want? I've told it before. I think you want to hear my Ray Bradbury story.
Yes.
Yes, let's hear
I
it
was-
again.
Yes.
Working the green room at a Los Angeles science fiction convention, and Ray Bradbury came into the green room, and people had to come to me to get their name tags. And he came and he kind of leaned over the table and he said, "Hello, I am Gene Roddenberry." And of course, everybody laughed, and I said, "Oh, Mr. Bradbury, we all know who you are."
Yeah, no,
So,
but he
so
did that. That wasn't the only time he ever did that because he was always told that they looked like each other. So
well, I
he
bet
played
you.
that joke on a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that it started because people actually thought he was, and he just carried on with the joke, I guess.
Yes, it's actually
Or turn
annotated
it into a running
in
joke, I should say.
Well,
in
I took it
a
as an offhanded pass.
Oh,
Because there's also a joke. Did you hear about the blonde who was so dumb that she effed the writer? And that's part of the joke too, I believe.
But it's in one of Gene Roddenberry's biographies.
Oh, the
Oh,
blonde
okay.
actress. That's the punchline. The blonde actress
Uh-huh.
who was so dumb.
That,
Because writers can't get
Bradbury
you
was
anywhere,
doing
but producers can.
Oh,
That's right.
Oops, she made that mistake. So,
Jill,
oh,
Jill, what does the blonde say when you blow in her ear?
I don't know. What does the blonde say when you blow in her ear?
Thanks for the refill.
So Anna says, to paraphrase Palpatine, the salt on your taste buds has left me scarred and deformed.
Yeah, sometimes that's what it feels like.
And Christian Fandom Geek is here. Hello to you. And
Hello.
actually, I think we're done here. I've got to go
right,
do
then.
things. It's time to get back to the real world and stuff.
Oh no, not the
Actually,
real world.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, you don't have to go, but this live stream is about over.
Yeah.
But you can catch me later tonight on Jedi Master 2022's channel. Gonna
All right.
cover another Lost in Space episode, The Keeper Part 1.
Oh, with
That's
Michael
excellent.
Rennie.
First season. Excellent
Yep,
episode.
first season.
Yes, first season still.
The
My
only-
favorite season.
The only
Yes.
two-parter
So far.
they did. And
Oh, that's the only one.
that was the one that my when they aired that my father was home because he was usually gone during the week, but he made a point of watching that with us because the one science fiction or the first science fiction film that he made a point of making sure we were all there watching was The Day the Earth Stood Still. And so I guess he was a Michael Rennie fan. So we all watched that together.
Very
Just
nice.
5 votes.
So
Just
he
5
he
votes.
wasn't always against the science fiction. He'll
No,
watch
the-
it sometimes.
Yeah, we like I said, Day the Earth Stood Still, Journey to the Center of the Earth with James Mason and Pat Boone and Arlene Dahl.
Mhm.
Fantastic Voyage, The Andromeda Strain, War of the Worlds from George Powell's War of the Worlds from 53, The Fly from 58. Those are the movies, sci-fi movies that with us. Oh, I disappeared. Was that branding again?
Hello, Jill. Are you there?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
here. I'm here, and it was branding. And it was branding. You're
Oh,
right.
no.
It was because I
got-
changed.
Tiger Stripes. I got branded again.
Well,
Yeah,
I know that
'cause
Jill
I-
wants to wrap it up.
I changed
Yeah.
it to the closing videos, and I just wanted to thank everyone again for being so amazingly insightful on the panel and the chat, and helping us get through these episodes. We're almost through with season 3. Next week we will cover the final episode of season 3, and then we'll do a bit of a wrap party for season 3 itself and all of the Twilight Zone episodes so far. So I'll bring some information and stuff, and we'll talk about it and see what's going on. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what I can find. I'll find some stuff. See what Sterling was up to. and does Tiger Stripes or Sunrocket want to promote anything or say anything to the end of this?
I'm good.
Yeah, just thanks for having us once again, and
Mhm.
Yes.
thank you for your channel and covering the classic science fiction and fantasy that we all love.
Mhm. Oh, speaking of the science fiction we all love, this Friday is going to be super special. Actually, at the end of every month is going to be super special. I'm going to cover a bridge crew member of the original series every month. And this month, we're going to be starting off with Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura. And this is how I have decided to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Star Trek this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
lovely.
so, yeah. So this
Excellent.
month, this month will be Nichelle. Next month will be Shatner. And
Cool.
We'll continue
Ladies
through.
first.
Yeah, ladies
Yeah.
first. That's what I was thinking.
Uhura. I haven't read her book though. Have either of you read her book?
I'm reading it right now. I don't know how far
Ah.
I'll get through it by the time we get there, because I got so much to do, but I'm already fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I bet.
Good deal. Good deal.
She's an incredible person. She is very impressive, even more so than I was expecting. She's
Excellent.
extraordinarily brilliant. She
Well,
happened to remember getting a shot when she was 7 months old, just as a preview.
That's amazing.
Wow.
whoa.
Some people
7
are a little
months.
more advanced. Some people have
Yeah.
have a memory that don't quit.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And there's going to be lots more different things about her. But until
Yeah.
then, well,
Looking forward to
I'll
that.
let you guys go, and we'll see you around.
All
Have a
right.
great rest of your Tuesday.
You too.
Learn all that is learnable.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
All right, move along. Done. Stop it. Get off of the things. Go outside. Get some food. It's like, it's a time of day where you live. Go do something. Shut up, Snoopy. I don't care. You smoke too much. Let's go. Let's go adventure. Let's go explore.
I'll see you in the future.